Yo, 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 yo. What is up, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Short stream tonight. Just chilling. Want to see what everybody's up to. I didn't stream on Friday because I was trying to get a video out. So I'm here today. Kind of making up for it. But how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Let me just make sure the chats are working because I always gotta check. I'm here today. Don't wanna hear myself double time. All right, let's just make sure the chats are working. Chats working? Yeah. Okay, we got the chats working. That's good. Well, I gotta check YouTube's. Sounds like the X-Men theme. Definitely sounds like the X-Men theme. Oh, here we go. All right, let me type in this chat. Does it work? Let's see. Oh, YouTube chat might not be working. Okay, yeah, YouTube chat finally popped up. Okay. All right, looks like we got everything going. Everything looks like it's good. So I'm down with that. What's going on, chat? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. Yeah, well, like I said, I wanted to stream very short today, but I kind of wanna get a game that we can just come on stream and just play. And I'm debating whether between Pow World or Helldivers 2, because I keep seeing Helldivers 2 all over my timeline. And I'm not gonna lie, I tried to sign into Minecraft because I was like, should we play Minecraft? Should we dive into Minecraft? I cannot, since they switched over from Mojang to Microsoft or whatever, I cannot get my game to work. I don't know why, I just cannot get my game to work. It's really stupid. I don't want to create a new account or whatever it is, which is really dumb. But I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, it kind of fucked me over with that. Because I would have totally paid Minecraft. Also, I think Mojang actually let me have my full Juice from the Box name, and Xbox doesn't. Which I think is stupid. But, you know, it is what it is. But how's it going, chat? What are y'all up to? How you doing, lurkers? Anybody out there? Hopefully everybody's having a good day. Let's see. I'm trying to see where my mic goes perfectly. Oh, actually, I'm not even... Whoop. I don't even have the full scope of everything there. Oh! How's it going, chat? Mic sound better here? Check. Oh, well. Anyways. So yeah, I don't know if you guys know what like between Helldivers and Power World. I'm gonna bring up trailers so you guys can see actually. Let's see. Move this out of my way a little bit. I'm actually thinking I should bring my mic. I don't know. I'm debating whether to put my mic here. I feel like it might be a little bit. I feel like it's in the screen. I don't know if it's in this. If it's worse for the camera. I think almost, and that would also knock over my water too easy. I think. This is a secondary mic I have just in case. All right, let's see. Power World trailer. Yeah, you've probably seen a lot of people play these already. But Helldivers is the other one that's just like popping off right now. And since I didn't buy Suicide Squad, I kind of have I have the cash to do that if I wanted to. Helldivers 2 trailer. Let's see. I don't want to know the story. I want to see gameplay. Gameplay trailer. Yeah, so Helldivers and then gameplay. All right, so let me turn down the music here. Let me bring up. I think y'all should be able to see this. Shouldn't be a problem. Should hear the browser. So this is Power World. So we're thinking about buying either Power World. We'll do Helldivers next. So I don't know. I'm thinking about possibly getting Power World. If you have no idea what Power World is, it's basically like a Pokemon type game, but you have guns and shit. I've been watching a lot of people play it. It looks pretty cool. You get to create your own character and stuff, so I think that'd be kind of fun. But yeah, I don't know. I'm deciding. I feel like I want to play something new. But it's kind of like a I wouldn't say it's a survival game, but it's definitely like you gotta like build a base and stuff like that. So maybe it is a survival game. I can't say I played too many of those. Things are getting spicy with my GF. I'll have to have you on in the background. Don't worry. All right. Okay, I don't know how I feel about that. Hopefully, like, I mean, I'm hoping you're talking about a good spicy, but at the same time, you know what? That'll be interesting to be in the background. Be part of a core memory there. So yeah, Power World, I mean, look at that. It looks pretty cool. Yo, that guy had a stash like mine. So yeah, you can like ride Pokemon. You can have Pokemon like just throw out. I mean, they're called pals, but you know what I mean. It has hardcore Pokemon vibes. But like, there's there's ways to go fight like huge Pokemon. You can play with friends and stuff. So it just seems really cool. And obviously, it's a game that's in early access right now. So like, there's gonna be way more over time. See, and then you like build a house and stuff. So I kind of wanna play it. See, I like how you can build your character. I think I would be a hot anime girl. I think it looks cool. I don't know, I might try it out. But we'll check out Helldivers too. I just like that. I like that you can play with friends. I mean, they're both games that you can actually play with people. Your favorite pal will probably be Lavanda. Is that... we'll have to see what character that is. So yeah, I don't know. I think that seems pretty cool. So I'm thinking between that or right here we have Helldivers, which this game looks pretty intense.
Drivers are being mobilized once more.
Oh, I hate when they freaking... I don't want one of those trailers. I want a trailer with the actual gameplay. Let's see. This trailer got gameplay in it? Juice, it's good to see you streaming again. I realized the reason I loved your content so much was because I could see myself in you, and you seem like a cool person, not because of your reviews. You want to expand on that? I'm curious. What do you mean? I could see myself in you. Like, what do you mean? Are you talking about, like, views? Things I say? Like, I'm curious. It's PAL number 69. I'm not even kidding. I'll have to check that out, Montre. All right, so this is Helldivers. A lot of people are kind of comparing it to Starship Troopers. I said this was a Starship Troopers knockoff when it came out. Because you're fighting a bunch of bugs. But I hear that... I hear it gets kind of crazy over time. Like, I hear the bug stages are crazy, but then if you start fighting people, it gets, like, really nuts. See, like, they're fighting robots and stuff. It looks pretty insane. Coming soon after launch. yeah, I don't know. I've seen a lot of people talking about this game lately, and it's been pretty crazy. So I'm debating whether I want to play between Helldivers or Pal World. I'm not too sure. Should get Helldivers. Just bought it and gonna play it tonight. Oh, nice. Hey, what up, Complex? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I see myself in you as sus. You know what? I wasn't gonna say that, but that's the first thing that came to my mind too. I mean, I agree with a lot of your views on people and the world, as your personality kind of reminds me of myself. I had forgotten who I was for years because of drugs, and I feel like I know who I am now. Well, you know what, Young? You know what? I'm glad you're starting to come around, man. You know, as I mean, I don't know what you were doing, but Rick James has the classic quote of well, it's not Rick James. I mean, technically it is Rick James, but it was on the Chappelle Show. Cocaine's a hell of a drug, but I think a lot of drugs are very can fuck you up in different ways and definitely make you not be who you were. So, hey man, if you're coming around and you're starting to remember who you were, I think that's awesome. So hopefully you stick that way and you don't go back to the booger sugar or any of those kind of, you know, what are they? The devil's lettuce and shit. But hey man, yeah, I mean, I'm still trying to find a good balance for streaming. I don't really know. When I stream, I want to have reasons to stream. I'm kind of only streaming today because I wanted to. It's another reason why I'm thinking about getting like Helldivers or Pal World is because I want a game that I can play on stream quite often, but I have to kind of look into them both a little bit more. Pal World seems like it's going to be a game that is going to have a lot more longevity than Helldivers, if I'm being honest, because obviously they're gonna create new pals over time. You're probably gonna have more capabilities when it comes to building, fighting bosses, and all that kind of stuff. So Pal World seems like a bigger game over time, and I don't know how that's gonna happen with Helldivers. I don't know if Helldivers is gonna have updates over time as well, but I've just seen everybody's playing both of those games a lot. And so I'm just like, kind of like, oh, interesting. We'll see what's going on. But I don't know. If anybody's played those games, Flores, you said you just bought it. Let me know how it goes tonight if you play that. But yeah, if anybody's ever played any of the games, let me know your thoughts and opinions on them. By the way, not too sure if you guys have been checking out any of the content on the channel, the new channel. Been doing pretty well lately. Although I might have to re-upload my latest short. I might re-upload it tomorrow because it's... I put it to go to subscribers and it's not doing well, so I might delete it and upload it tomorrow without going to subscribers, and it might get more views, which would possibly be the better thing. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen some of the new content, I've dropped a lot more content recently. Definitely go check it out. These videos just popped out of nowhere, which were weird. I mean, they popped for the size of my channel, but they're not anything compared to like this video right here. This video got some random views today. But yeah, if you haven't been checking out the content, been putting out more, been trying to do different things. Still got some really good videos on the way, but I'm just trying to get content out there. Let's see. It just wasn't drugs that changed me. It's my mindset on the world was starting to change before that because of my life, and I was very angry at everything. I was an edgelord. Yeah, you did have very edgelord tendencies. I will say that. I remember a lot of that. I also chalked it up to you being young too. I think a lot of people go through those kind of phases, but you know, you grow out of it. I think as long as you can admit that you've changed or that you were a different person, I think that's always the best thing. Everybody's gonna have moments where they didn't like things about themselves or they felt like they weren't themselves or whatever. It happens. It's life. So I think as long as you're trying to be better than you were yesterday, I think that's the best you can do. What's up, Complex? How's life been? I kind of want to look up this PAL. That PAL World number 69 Love Lavender. Is this it? This pink dragon thing? I'm assuming this... I want to make sure I'm not showing anything kind of weird around here. This pink dragon thing, this is the 69th one. We regret to inform you that Power World has a smutty lizard seeking a night of love with humans. What the? If Power World's stupid like that, I find that hilarious. I love the idea that there's stupid creatures in Power World like that. A Pokemon that wants to do it with humans. Life is bad. I wish I could say good. Oof. Hey, Complex. Hopefully things get better. I remember you talked before about how you didn't know who you were after some bad relationships. Yeah. I dated, and this is one of the reasons why, like, look, I will always tell young men, you need to respect women. Do not treat women, with disrespect, and, do not treat them in terrible ways or anything like that. And don't fall into this whole, like, just because one girl rejects you, you think all women are bad. Like, don't ever treat every woman on a case-by-case basis. Don't ever fucking generalize women. I will always tell that to young men, because I do think a lot of young men get their heart broken once, and then they kind of come up with this, terrible mindset for all women, and I think it's really bad. But I will also say, you also don't have to believe that every woman out there is a good person, because I have dated some terrible people. And I think that's one thing a lot of people don't talk about a lot, or they don't take it seriously. And that's what kind of, like, I've said this, I don't know, I think I said this on stream before around TwitchCon. A female creator that I really admired, who said they cared about mental health and shit. I don't know, they said I tried to tell them about, like, men don't feel heard when they talk about how they've dated terrible women, or they've been, messed up by women, or have trauma because of women. And she kind of just brushed it off, and I was like, that's fucking why men don't talk about their emotions, because there are women out there that say they care about men's mental health, and then they fucking brush it off like it's nothing. And so, like, I will always say everybody should respect everybody, to be honest. It doesn't matter gender or anything like that. But I do think I could have easily been red-pilled. I could have easily been an incel after my 2 bad relationships that I had back-to-back with just some 2 terrible women, in my opinion. But I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm going to focus on myself. I'm not going to date for a while. I am going to learn to be a better human. And I am also going to see what I want in life. Because I think once I figure out what I want in life, then when a girl that I do enjoy comes around, I'll be able to be like, hey, this is my life. This is the way I'm going to live. If you think that's cool, then we can, something can happen. And if you don't agree with that, then it's cool. Adios, we're out, So I think it's always good to work on yourself, to be honest. But hope God has nice plans to change it. I think people in general, you should treat how they treat you. I think it depends. Young. Yes, I don't like the statement of you should treat people the way they treat you, because if people initially treat you bad, I think it all depends on, like, how did you meet them? Because some people can be very standoffish at first. Doesn't mean you should be standoffish to them. You know what I mean? I think you can say you should treat people how you want to be treated. I think that makes more sense. But I wouldn't go off of how they treat you, because I think everybody... I don't know. I have definitely met people that have had bad first impressions on me, and I'm like, all right, I don't want to judge them off. I think first impressions are important, but they're not permanent. And I think I go by a 3-person rule. I don't think you can meet a person 3 separate times, and, like, if they're the same person 3 separate times, then that's their personality. That's what I like to think, because I think it would be so hard for you to meet somebody 3 separate times and then be an asshole 3 separate times and then not be their personality. I think you can meet somebody on a bad day, and then you meet them again and they're super nice or a super different person, and you're like, okay, maybe I caught them on a bad day. I'll take that into consideration, that I know that they can be that way, but I'm not going to judge their whole personality off of that. I think if they're bad to you twice, that's like 60%. 60% they probably suck. And if you meet them a 3rd time and it's the same way, that's 100% they're a shitty person. Like, that is my rule. I go off the 3 interaction rule. Red pill men are so damn weird. Yeah, I've went down some of those rabbit holes to see how they think. Hello, I'm sorry to bother you. I just want to... All right, I got a bot over here on Twitter. I'm gonna have to... Not on Twitter, on Twitch. I'm gonna ban. Let me go over to the Twitch chat. Ban. All right, sorry. I hate the promotion stuff. Let's see. I think my GF is mad right now because since I can focus on 2 things at once. I don't know, man. I'd rather focus on the GF than my stream. Not gonna lie, but I appreciate you leaving the thing open. After I took drugs, I viewed talking to people as a chore, but now I genuinely enjoy seeing what I have in common with others. Yeah, dude, that's a good thing. If someone's wronged me, I do everything in my power to wrong them back. I definitely believe in an eye for an eye. An eye for an eye, I don't know, man. I understand why people think that way, but eventually it's gonna get you nowhere. It's gonna get you nowhere. Somebody eventually has to be the bigger person if we want to stop things. I understand it. I get it. Because I was like that for a really long time. And there are certain people that I'll be like, nah, that guy's got to pay. Like, eventually, somehow, some way. But I don't think that's the case for everybody. Because if you do that for everybody, then you're eventually going to get that back done to you. Like, you know, I'm not a huge believer in karma, but I do think that, I don't know, I do just kind of feel like the universe will pay it back to you if you are a shitty human. An eye for an eye doesn't, you know, what is an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind, you know? I don't know, man. I think eventually, and this might be, you might need to get older, young, but you'll see over time that it's just not worth it. Let's see. But yeah, Complex, I hope things get better for you, man. I've been pretty busy myself. I just tell people what I believe they deserve to hear. If they're a shitty person, I think they should hear it so they can change. I agree with that, but I think it depends on how you tell them to. I am somebody that's more of a, I'm not the cushy person. I'm not the lovey-dovey friend that will be there and be like, you know, I mean, you can cry on my shoulder, but I'm not going to be like, oh my God, let me make you some tea and all that. It's just not me. I'll listen to your stuff, but like, you need to tell me if you just want me to listen or if you actually want to fix the problem. Because my brain operates in a fix the problem kind of way, and I think a lot of people are not like that. The government probably wronged you at some point, young boner. What do you do so far to get back at the government? That's true. But yeah, I don't know. I don't believe. I think bringing up people's bad habits are proper. See, because here's the thing, young. Like, depending on, like, let's say somebody was being an asshole, and you call them out and you say that they're an asshole, then I could easily go to you and be like, hey man, the way you approached that situation was bad. Like, you could have handled it in a totally different situation. And you see how there's a line there? You know what I mean? Like, it just starts a roll of everybody thinking they have something to say. I think every situation, I think the only time you should call somebody out is if you have a legit point to make. Cause like, I don't know, the one thing I've learned I think the best way to call people out, in my opinion, is always like catch them in the thing they hate. So like if somebody is like talking shit about somebody being lazy, like this is in a situation with work, right? If you have somebody that's talking shit about being lazy or like, oh my God, so-and-so never gets their fucking job done or so-and-so does this, I'll let them talk. And then the moment I catch them being lazy or fucking something up or doing something like that, that's my moment to call them out on their shit. I'm gonna be like, hey bro, just let you know, you sit here all day long bitching about John, bitching about Kyle, how they're not doing their fucking job and everything. You're doing the exact same thing right now, bro. You know? Juice, I tagged you in a comment today in Belle Delphine's new YouTube upload. You tagged me in a comment on Belle Delphine's new upload? Belle Delphine's thing is pretty wild. I didn't get a tag. Did you just tag me in her video? Because I don't have, like... I don't get tags. I don't see a tag right now. Especially for not Belle Delphine's video. Let me see. Let me go to Belle Delphine's video. By the way, Belle Delphine coming back, like, I admire Belle Delphine, the way she operates. But, because, like, she just comes out of nowhere. And she just drops content, and then she's, like, gone again for another, like, 6 months. It says Juice from the Box reacts. Let's see. I mean, thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. What was that? I didn't get to see the name. Damn it. 2X Networker. What's up? Please, with the name Networker, please don't try to sell me anything. I hope you're here just for some content, my friend. Having a good time. Let's see. I'm trying to see. A lot of people were bringing up Too Mad in this comment section. I saw on Twitter when she dropped this, they posted the Too Mad photo of her being Woody and him being Buzz. She was like, "Oh, where's your Buzz Lightyear?" What are my hobbies? Oh man, a lot. Streaming, making YouTube content, writing, video games, whole bunch of things. We talk about them a lot over the course of the stream. I don't see anything yet. I see a whole bunch of comments though. Oh wait, you tagged me on my Juice Reacts channel. Okay, I gotta switch channels then. Hold up. Because I'm not on that channel right now. I'm on the Juicy V2 channel. Let's see if I have any, if I got notifications there. Still don't see a notification. Yeah, I don't see a tag. And my name doesn't pop up quickly when I'm looking through here. So I don't know, you might have got hit with spam or something like that. No, I can't say that I played that. I can't say I've ever heard of that. But no, I haven't played that game. If that is a game. Yeah, no, I don't see that tag, Complex. But that Belle Delphine video was very interesting. I found this artist, by the way, who we're listening to right now. It's this guy. I saw him on a TikTok video. He's a pianist. And freaking, he had a video go kind of viral because he was playing his own composer music. And this older lady saw him and asked him, like, oh, does he play professionally or whatever? And apparently she was a very, like, famous pianist. So it's just pretty cool to see that kind of come together. I've seen a category listed as Grand Theft Auto, so I assumed you played 5 minutes. Is it set in Grand Theft Auto? My bad. It should be in Just Chatting right now. But no, I have not played that. I can't say that. I wish Twitch would reset to like a default. I don't know if you could do that. I played GTA a while back. It's the Batman News Weekly guy. Hey, what up, Riot? Welcome to the stream. Formerly the Batman News Weekly guy. No, it's just Juice from the Box V2. Weird. I don't know why it's not popping up. I don't see it. I don't have any notifications on either. It must be like way at the bottom. Let's see. I'll put sort by newest comments. Because, yeah, I don't see anything. It might be with the tagging. If she has a filter on, it's not going to show up. So. But. Yeah, I thought it was interesting. She's crazy. I respect her hustle, though, man. The ability to be able to just drop something every, like, 6 months and just come back and the internet's like, whoa! Although, I don't know if this one's, if it's popping as much as the previous ones. We'll see how it goes, but I don't think this one got as much traction as her previous stuff, so the Belle Delphine over party may be starting. I don't really know. I feel like, and what's crazy about Belle Delphine is she could have easily capitalized. Like, I think if Belle Delphine wanted to start streaming, she would make a killing. She always uploads in tax season. That's fair. You know what? To claim all the shit she buys, she probably has to make a video, right? Legally. That's funny. That is a great point. Belle Delphine, the annual tax video. I think Belle Delphine could legit do so much more. But hey, she doesn't have to, right? She's got millions of dollars. She doesn't need to do shit. Hey, what up, Mel? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. How's life been for you, Mel? Everybody's kind of having up and down lives right now. By the way, y'all, I don't know if you can tell, your boy got some new statues. I got a res from Chainsaw Man right here. If you're only watching the anime, her character's she doesn't show up until the movie, but there's the alternate statues right here as well. Pretty crazy quality on them, I'm not gonna lie. Gonna go watch a movie. Peace out, young. Welcome. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, you're right. As a streamer, she would kill it. Yeah, dude, she would be insane. 2024 is way better than 2023 already. Ooh, Mel, do you have a boyfriend? I feel like that's the one thing that would, like, max it out for you to be like, oh, it's already way better. I paid more attention to my GF, like you said, and found out she's my BF. I don't know what to do. Wait, she's my BF? Oh, so your girlfriend turned out to be a boy? That's tough. Hey, man, you make a choice. Let's see. Bump. But yeah, Mel, let me know what's going on in this life. So yeah, I got some, these new statues are nuts, y'all. Like, the quality of them is pretty good. Like, I already broke part of it, too. Juice, you gonna try to stream in vertical on YouTube? I've been thinking about fucking around with that. I just don't know how it would go. I don't know if it would be a positive or not. Send it to the shorts feed. Yeah, I don't know, man. It would be interesting, right? I don't know how to go about doing it. I haven't tried it yet, but vertical might be interesting. But also, do you have to do that from your phone? Like, I don't know how it works from a stream setup. Yeah, I don't know if you have to stream, like, straight from your phone on vertical. I haven't done it. I have to ask a friend of mine. Because we have the brand I work for, we have a vertical live stream going 24/7. So I had to ask him how he does it. Although that's a 24/7 stream, so I think that might probably streams a little differently. No, in OBS? Oh shit, I don't know. I'd have to check. I'd have to look into it, but I think a vertical stream would be interesting. But I'd also have to make things, you know, I'd have to make a vertical profile to be like, oh, let's watch this thing, you know, kind of things like that. I have a few things, actually. No, I got the hours for the light tier monetization of YouTube. Oh, nice. I hope it's an approval, but since I almost have 500 videos, it's probably going to make a full month wait. Wait, what do you mean? They have to, like, review all your content or what? I've actually heard some people getting, like, not monetized recently. I don't know why. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping, I'm nearing 500 soon, but I need that 3,000 watch hours. I think I'm getting close to 1,000 watch hours. Actually, I haven't checked. I just need a video to pop, which I tell myself to kind of take a week off and try to focus on some of these bigger videos. But at the same time, like, I don't know. Because I need to focus on 2 of these really big videos I got. I'm at 876 public watch hours, and I'm currently at 460 subs.
What's the most ridiculous?
But, you know, I will say, I recently changed. So, like, these videos were, like, dead in the water. They were legit dead in the water. I haven't changed the thumbnails, but I was changing the titles a lot. I was constantly changing the titles, and they randomly just shot up in views. I don't know what happened. Oh shit, can't see my face, but they randomly shot up in views. Like I don't know why these two right here. Once I changed it, and then I changed this one too, and it also shot up in views. But I think I missed the mark on this one because this one. I mean, I think maybe when the show pops out, this will probably come back and maybe get a little bit more traction. I need to change the thumbnail for this one. I think that thumbnail is really good, but I think I don't know. I think I might try to make it look like this so it pops a little bit more. But I don't know. I feel like that was a decent thumbnail. I just need to change the wording or something. But yeah, I don't know. So these were dead in the water, and then I changed the titles, and they got better. That's just crazy. I feel like I need to come up with a better title for this one, but it jumped up like, I don't know. I think it jumped up like 70 views today with that title, so kind of letting it ride. Have you ever wrestled a pig? Like an actual pig, or are you trying to say a human that you're insulting? But no, I've never wrestled a pig. Need 350 for the 4K. Ah, got you, Complex. I'm almost going to ask out the guy I've had a crush on for the last few years if I see him next week. It's a 50-50 chance. I wish I hadn't chickened out when I saw him last month, honestly. Hey, man, you just got to go for it, Mel. And you know what? If they reject you, at least you know. And you never have to dwell on the idea of like, oh, man, it didn't happen, you know? Nah, a real pig. Nah, I've never wrestled a real pig. Not a real pig at all. Bum, bum, bum. Would you recommend dating apps? I don't think dating apps are good for guys. Also, if you don't have a good self-esteem, I would not recommend dating apps. Because, like, you can swipe on, like, 300 girls and then you never get a response back, and it's just, like, so demoralizing to your ego. A lot of people on dating apps too are trying to scam you, so I also wouldn't recommend it. But kind of sucks. But I don't know. My coworker asked me if I ever wrestled a pig, and now I kind of interested to see how many people I know wrestled a pig before. You also live in Ohio, bro. What else do y'all have to do besides wrestling pigs? You install Tinder? Hey, man, Ethan, you never know. You might find some ladies out there that are looking to hook up with a obsessed Batman fan. I don't know. All I'll say is wrap it up, Ethan. Wrap it up. Don't ever take the chance. The Ohio slander. Hey, man. Ohio stays getting slandered, and they know it. They deserve it. They're Ohio. But yeah, so check this out. I broke this statue already, by the way. This statue, I totally broke it. So, like, this part comes off. Don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break. So this part comes off, right? It's the head of the character. Like, when she goes into, like, devil mode or demon mode. I was trying to switch out, because you can switch out the characters' bodies. So there's the character right there, and the secondary character's right here. And I tried to switch out the bodies, and dude, this part comes off. Dude, this thing, the head just went like, it fell off the statue and just went straight down to the ground. Dude, this thing went into my carpet. Like, because it's all resin pieces. It went into my carpet, and I cannot find all the tips to the thing, and also this piece right here. Like, it just straight up broke off. And I was like, bro. But the statue overall is fucking fire. Like, the quality is good. By the way, this is a bootleg statue, by the way. But the quality is I actually gotta put this on separately. Gotta put, oh shit, I almost fell over. Yeah, I don't think I can pick up the whole thing. Let me see. I might be stupid for trying to do this, but I'll show you guys the statue. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Ugh. Check this bitch out. Also, it's cold in here. It's cold in here, if you can't tell with the statue, alright? It's cold in here. But dude, this thing is fucking fire. The quality on this is insane. I got all of this. Look at that. It's fucking crazy. The quality is nuts. I gotta make sure, you gotta be like really careful with it though. So it doesn't break off. To answer the question, Power World? Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. I was saying Power World probably has a lot more longevity. Did you like Attack on Titan? I loved Attack on Titan. Easily in my top 5 anime. Probably top 3 anime of all time. I made my choice. My butt hurts now. That's tough, but at least you made your choice. Tipping cows is common here too, I guess. Yeah, probably. Tipping cows probably, depending on what part of Texas you are, for sure around here too. They told me about their good old days when they used to chop cows' balls off. Yeah, so you're talking, man, your friends lived on like ranches and shit, is what it sounds like. What's my number 1 anime? My number 1 anime will always be Dragon Ball Z. Do I think Dragon Ball Z is better than Attack on Titan or anything like that? No. I think Dragon Ball Z, it just holds a special place in my heart. Like, you know, it's just one of those animes that I grew up on, so I will always love it. Even the new stuff I love, although I haven't seen the new one where they're going to be kids. I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. But, like, Super was amazing. But Dragon Ball is just, it's my all-time anime, so that'll always be my number 1. But yeah, Death Note and Attack on Titan, maybe up there in the 2 and 3 spot. I don't know. I also don't even know if I count Dragon Ball Z as like number 1. I think it's just my favorite anime. And then if I'm talking about like my best animes, maybe Dragon Ball Z is like 0 at the top. It's above 1. It's better than that. There is a Twitch stream that streams AI episodes. Yeah, are you talking about the person that streams like fake Asmongold and fake Moist Critical and stuff like that? Or AI Moist Critical, I should say. Been watching for 2 weeks. In Texas, how many people you know own guns? It would probably be easier to say who doesn't own guns. Montreal. I remember last year when my mom asked me to come to her office. When I got there, she was like, have you heard of this Attack on Titan thing? Is it a show? Is it a movie? Is it an anime? I think it's an anime. Yeah, dude, Attack on Titan's fucking amazing. No clue why it got... no clue why it's not nuked. It's been live for 24 hours. Dude, there's a lot of things that'll be live for a long time. No, DBS. All episodes. Do you own Guns Juice? So here's the thing. I always think it's stupid when people say what they own, right? Because the idea of why you would say something like that, or the reason why, I think there's 2 different mindsets. I am somebody of... There are certain things you don't tell people, right? Because here's the thing. Let's just assume you're somebody that doesn't own guns, and you're just like, hey, I don't own a gun. Then you're just telling anybody that would want to harm you that you're like, oh, well, he doesn't have something to protect himself with, so like, easy target. So why would you tell people what you have? So like, there are certain things, like I'm totally down to talk about a lot of things on stream. There are certain things I won't talk about because I just think it's dumb. You know what I mean? Like, I won't talk about, like, things that are around me as well. Because I think if you say, like, oh, yeah, I live next to blah, 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 blah. Then people are like, oh, so I just got to search for the blah, 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 blahs. And I can kind of pinpoint where he lives. Like, there are just certain things you shouldn't talk about online. So that is something I would not answer, Ethan. The live stream. Oh, wait, are you saying that there's a Dragon Ball Super live stream? Is that what I'm misinterpreting here? I'm playing Resident Evil 2. The zombies are annoying. Come on, man. Resident Evil 2 is fire. Are you talking about the old one or the new one? I will try again to explain. The Twitch live stream is a 24/7, and it's streams AI Dragon Ball 7. It streams all Or AI. See, that's throwing me off. Dragon Ball Z GT Super episodes in English for weeks now. Oh, is it? But it's not like something Twitch is approving, is it? Because if they're working with Twitch, then it's not a thing.
All right. So
let's see. Oh, I don't want to click on this random. Let's see. Dragon Ball. What is the channel called? My keyboard is fucked. The anime I've seen so far is Death Note and One Punch Man. Those are solid. What is the channel? I want to see 24 and 7 Dragon Ball. Is this the one you're talking about? Interesting. Is it in English?
¡Ah, las esferas del dragón!
I love Spanish Dragon Ball Z, dude. I love it.
¡Ah, pero si tú eres Tao Pai Pai!
I love Spanish Dragon Ball Z. I love Spanish anime. Spanish anime is the fucking best. I fucking love it. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was funny. Sorry if that was loud. I don't know if that was loud or not, but oh my god. But he is at the beginning of Dragon Ball now. Yeah, I mean, they'll probably get taken down, but at the same time, like, if they don't have a lot of followers, I could see it running for a long time, too. So it depends. All depends. I definitely won't watch it online, because then that'll get me fucked. But bum, bum, bum. But yeah, that statue I bought, dude, I ordered that thing like in April of last year, and it finally came in. I have a couple more that are coming in. I'm actually doing them for a video. I want to compare bootleg anime figures to officially licensed anime figures, and to see what's better. I will say, getting that first one, kind of beating the ass of some of the officially licensed one, not gonna lie, for the price. The detail's nuts. Have you seen Morbius? I have not seen Morbius, no. I'm gonna put on one of these Chill Vibes YouTube channels. Man, I don't know what my next YouTube video is gonna be. I have two big videos that I should have been out already, to be honest, if I'm not lying. But I've been trying to do more of these other videos that I can get out a lot quicker. But I need to sit down and actually work on these new videos. But I've been trying to get ahead at work, just like scheduling all our videos out for the next month or two, and that way I won't have to worry about them. But I think I might be doing a guru video next on YouTube Gurus, because I kind of feel like a lot of what YouTube Gurus say are bullshit, in my opinion. I think they don't apply. I don't think a lot of what YouTube Gurus say apply to 90% of YouTubers, in my opinion. Because I will say, like, going off of this content, this video right here, if you remember, I didn't post a video for like a week. It's because I was working on this video for so long, and I was trying to like do a really good intro, do what they told me to do, all this kind of bullshit. I planned out the thumbnail and title. Actually, that's a lie. The title I originally had didn't even work. So I just changed it up at the last second, and this is what this new title is what I came up with. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the guru stuff they told me to do didn't fucking work. And I was like, yeah, lame. What up, MH? And then these videos, I kind of just did on my own. I didn't plan out the thumbnails or plan out the whatevers. I did all this shit after the fact, and they did better than working on this one. I enjoyed that video. I appreciate it. I appreciate you I see all your comments, MH. I really appreciate you watching. Do you not watch YouTube Gurus at all? I'm struggling to find a balance with how many I watch. No, Mel, that's the thing. I've seen so many YouTube Gurus, I think they're bullshit. I think a lot of them are bullshit. Because here's the thing. I will tell you, trying to follow the YouTube Gurus when they were talking about, like, what you should do for this, dude, it made me feel like a robot. Like, I was like, dude, what the hell? I'm just trying to, like, fit into their formula and do this and do that. Look, there are certain things that I think they have said that are legit. Like, if you notice at the end of my videos now, when I have a video, I will do, like, I'll do this thing. This is in school, how to dissect if a video is AI or not. If that wasn't a good enough end,
let's see.
NBA just
Oh my god, hurry up.
Good if it can. I'll do this thing. I highly suggest you do that. But as always, don't forget your daily dose of juice. Where I say, like, you guys should go check out my video or whatever. I do that. I'm really bad at doing a call to action. I swear to God, I'm so bad at being like, hey, if you guys are enjoying this video, how about you hit that subscribe button? I always forget to do that when I'm making my content. I did it in this video, but for the most part, so I took that from the Gurus. What else did the Gurus say? They said to do this to, like, when you come to the homepage, make sure you have what your channel is about. I changed that. I changed the banner to something, you know, subscribe for the person, not the niche. So kind of letting people know, like, hey, this channel is not a niche channel. It is whatever the fuck I want it to be. And that's why I emphasize it here, right here. Making, you know, commentaries, deep dives, experiment, gaming, reviews, all that kind of shit. Have it all there. So that's kind of something I'm putting out there. And then, yeah, but like I said, I spent so much time on this video, like legit so much time trying to follow what they said to do and all of that stuff. And it's worse than these two videos that I just fucking farted out. Like, I honestly, like, these two videos, I got the idea. I was like, oh man, I want to make, this is literally an update to this video, which is crazy. This video, and it's like 3 times as long. So like this video, at the start of this video, I was like, hey, this is an update to this video. And I just talked about it, and it didn't do well at the start, and I dropped it on like a Saturday. It got like 20 views over the weekend. Then I changed the thumbnail, I made that thumbnail, and then I just started changing the title a lot. I was like, this title's not good, this title's not good, this title's not good. And eventually I just put, what happens now that Crunchyroll shut down Funimation? And for whatever reason, whoop, it went up in views. And I was like, okay, cool. And then this Super Bowl ad one, I had the first title was Jesus Loves Feet, which matched the title, or matched the thumbnail. And then I switched to like, this propaganda campaign cost $100 million. And then I just tried to keep changing stuff. I was like, you know what, fuck it. This Super Bowl ad cost $100 million. And then, boop, shot up in views. And I was just like, never changed the thumbnail, by the way. So I was just like, okay. Because the first thumbnail I had for this was the Crunchyroll Funimation logo with Krillin and Frieza in there. Only if you knew Dragon Ball Z, that's the only way you would understand like what that meant. So I had to change it up, and I was like, all right, let me change it up. And the AI one, I might change it again, but for now, it's doing okay. But yeah, I don't know. So like, I spent so much time on this video doing what the guru said, trying to make it like this, trying to set up the expectations and all that bullshit. I didn't do that for these two, and these are better videos. So I think a lot of YouTube guru shit is really bullshit, in my opinion. What up, Flax? How's life been? Flax, are you gonna go to WrestleMania if it's in Vegas next year? Because I'm letting you know right now, if WrestleMania is in Vegas next year, there's probably like an 80% chance that I'm going. I love Vegas. A life goal of mine is to go to WrestleMania. So I might go to Vegas in WrestleMania. FYI, Flex. I think it's the topic. I feel like sometimes the algorithm does not push it as much. I think the topic does matter, obviously. But here's the same thing. Here's another reason why I don't know. I think as long as the topic is interesting to people, they will click on it, right? I'm gonna change the titles to our YouTube gurus bullshit. Our YouTube gurus bull. I'm not gonna put shit in the title. Bull. She. Let's see. But anyways. So yeah, I don't know. So like this one popped off. This is my best video. This is my best video because at the time everybody was talking about Verbalace. So this video kind of popped off. This video, honestly, there was no reason this video should have got as many views as it did because I talked about the exact topic like 2 months or 3 months after the topic had already happened. So like, I don't know why those views like happened. They just happened. The thumbnail might have been really good or what, I don't really know. Mr. Beast, people will always kind of like go after Mr. Beast. So that's kind of a thing. I'm gonna take this off right now because it's getting hot in here. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's all kind of, the topic does matter, but at the same time, I think anything can pop off at any moment. You just never really know. YouTube is weird, man. I agree. YouTube is hella weird. That's why I'm kind of just doing whatever kind of content I want, man. I'm doing whatever kind of content I want. You know, I have some deep dive videos that are gonna cover some interesting topics that I have found certain things about. I like doing random topic videos, you know, of weird stuff maybe y'all don't know about. Like here, like like I said, I know I've talked about this a lot, but it's because I'm working on a video. Those statues, I don't think a lot of people, like, I think it's so crazy that there are bootleggers out there that are not officially licensed that are making better statues and better content than the officially licensed stuff for maybe cheaper. I can't say that officially yet. But I think that's kind of wild. I think it's an interesting topic. But, you know, when it comes to bootleg stuff, there's a lot of, you know, there's risk involved and all that kind of shit. So I think it's an interesting topic. What else? Like I said, I have a bunch of the project videos I haven't been able to work on yet, like the working out for 100 days, the scheduling my life video. I have a bunch of other, like, I want to try to do things like, you know, whether that be like dancing or learning an instrument or doing, I want to do videos like that too. I don't know, man. I've said it from the start. This channel will only be content that I want to make. I'm not going to try to chase a trend. If a topic comes out like these recent ones that have come out, whether it be AI or whatever, I will talk about it. Like, that's literally just what it's going to be. Like, I thought the AI thing was crazy, so I made a video about it. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna really focus on it. I need to make some shorts to try to get these videos, hopefully get a little bit more views, get a little bit more people watching these. Because I think the quality in these first 5 videos is extremely underrated. Like, I think these videos are edited so well, and like nobody's really watching them. Because like, I don't know. I think this video, which is crazy that it's the lowest rated video, has some of the best editing in it. I actually think my Ludwig video is the best edited video, but for this video to be the lowest edited one, I understand the title. I need to come up with a better title, the topic, the thumbnail. I probably got to change the thumbnails and stuff. But I think that the editing in this one is fucking fantastic. And so like, it's just it's one of those things where the videos you put the most effort into are the ones that fucking don't do well, and it's the ones you do the least effort with get the best views. Also by Helldivers. Yeah, I don't know. Everybody's kind of split on different things. If it's in Vegas, there's a decent chance I might. Going to Elimination Chamber next week. Oh yeah, I forgot you're going to that, man. Hope you have fun. At the end, it's only important if you get impressions from YouTube. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Hello, what up, King? How you doing, man? But yeah, I don't know. Helldivers or Power World? I'm kind of thinking about it. I think Power World has longer longevity, in my opinion. I think Helldivers would be fun for now. But also, Final Fantasy comes out in, what, 10 days? So we'll be playing that. But I'm like not super like stressed on picking a game. But I do want to get something. Busy, man, as always. So, one thing I've been doing a lot besides making content, I've been making content pretty steadily on YouTube. I started working out every morning again because I'm trying to get back on a more healthier train of thought. I wake up now, I do 30 minutes on my treadmill, and then I do like sets of like 50 different workouts. And then, I just kind of get to work. I've been doing this thing lately because I feel like I'm trying to get life very structured, and not like where I'm down to like an hour every day, because I did do that for a video. That video will come out eventually. It's one of the videos I've been putting off. But I just can't work like that. I cannot work in like, oh, do it an hour and then do this and do that. So what I started doing is trying to you always got to find out what's best for you in life, honestly. That's the best thing I can do. I think that's the best thing everybody can do, is try to find out the best way to optimize your life the most. And mine, what I'm figuring out is I am alternating days that I work. So like today was kind of a job day. So like my job, I was just focusing on my job a lot of the day. I did drop a YouTube short, so that was one of the things I did. But then like tomorrow I will be focusing on like the new channel. I'm gonna like really focus on the new channel. Then Wednesday, I'll be back on my job, focusing on my job. Unless I have something important to do for my job, then I'll do it tomorrow. But for the most part, I'm just kind of like focusing on certain shit. So that's kind of how it is. How are you, Juice? I'm feeling all right, man. Just wanted to have this little short stream, which we're already over an hour, so I don't know how much longer I'll go. I kind of wanted to just stream and see what people thought about Helldivers or Palworld, but we kind of got more people in here, so kind of just rolling with it. Juice, I really like your informative content, even on the obscure topics. You give good opinions and come off quite sound. Thanks, man. I have learned, I said this in the latest video, I like to try to provide evidence when I have it. I have learned from being humiliated, it is best to be informed than just to talk out of your ass, I have always told this, I think I've told this story a few times on stream. I have no problem telling it again. But I used to be a fiend for the forums back in the day. I used to be on what was called the spawn boards. Or they were called the spawn forums, or whatever you wanted to call it, but we called them the spawn boards. And it was on McFarlane's website, Todd McFarlane, the creator of Spawn and all that kind of jazz. They had the Spawn forums, and it was like, there was football, movies, anything. If you've ever been on a forum, you know that there's different like topics for everything. And so I was always on the football one because I'm a big Dallas Cowboys fan, so I was always on there talking shit. I was actually very positive on there, to be honest. And then I had like one of the years I was doing like hosting. I don't know what I was talking about, but I was trying to watch a movie every single day for a year. So I had like my own forum in there where I was posting every movie that I watched that day, and like people would comment and be like, "Oh crap, what'd you think of that?" Whatever. And, well, I would also check on, I was young at this. I was, like, probably in high school or, like, early college. But I want to say I was probably around high school, getting out of high school, early college times. I was probably, like, 20 to 22, I want to say, in that range. So still very young. And I thought I had smart opinions on things, in my opinion. I always thought the whole like vegan idea was pretty dumb, in my opinion. I don't know, like I don't care about like, I think I didn't ever hate vegan, like people being vegan. I hated the idea of people pushing veganism on people and like, oh, if you eat meat, you're a fucking terrible human. I still think that's dumb today. But I would fight with vegans online. Like, that's how I was. Like, Juice, young Juice would pick fights online, because very opinionated person, but not very informed. And one of the worst things, this is what makes me think I have to do research all the time now, is I was talking to a vegan who people were doing, like, I thought it was very funny. People were photoshopping him a lot because he had I specifically remember him making this photo where he was like, yeah, and he had like he had a fork and a knife in his hand, and there was a plate there, and it was like a salad. Well, somebody photoshopped it to be a rabbit, and I just that's my lasting image of this guy is somebody photoshopping a rabbit onto his plate so it looks like he's about to eat a fucking rabbit and he's a vegan. I don't know why, but that is my lasting memory of this guy. And so I got into an argument with him one time, and I was kind of talking about how like vegans are like fucking batshit crazy essentially. And as I was getting in this argument, I shared an article to him about how like vegans want to do this, like this is their ultimate goal or whatever. And he just like responded. He was like, dude, that's an article from The Onion. I didn't know what the fucking Onion was at the time. If you guys don't know what The Onion is, it's a satirical website that just makes fun of stupid shit. And they write these articles that are like very, you know, outlandish, that you look at them and you're like, wow, that's so fucking dumb. And that's what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be dumb. They're supposed to be satirical. And I shared that, and I felt so embarrassed after that. I was like, bro, you're an idiot. And so since then, I have always wanted to research stuff. I'm like, wait, before I shoot off my mouth, before I shoot off my fucking opinions, let me try to research this a bit. Not to be a dick, but I feel old turning 22 next week. Oof. It's how we grow, man. We share an Onion article like a fool. Dude, it's just how it was, man. Also, like, unfortunately, you know, I did date a woman for 5 years, and we had a lot of debates too. And I will say she was very informed at the time on certain things. But it kind of made me grow. I was like, all right, well, if I gotta hold my own with these debates that she always wants to have, I gotta bring some fucking fire to these dog fights. You know what I mean? And so, you know, that also made me research a lot of stuff and kind of know what I'm fucking talking about. I'm not immune to it though. Sometimes I will just talk out of my ass, because sometimes I will misinterpret things that I read, and I'm just like, oh shit. I am somebody that has dyslexia, man. Like, I invert things. You know, I say things in verse sometimes, and I'm just like, oh, shit, no, I didn't mean it that way. So, is what it is. But, yeah, I don't know. I try to, especially with something like AI or the sexism video, I know those videos are very, how do you say? They're like hot button topics, right? So when it's a hot button topic, I want to make sure I'm actually writing out my words properly and I'm not just saying shit. Because the AI video, I actually started writing without a script. Like, I was like, I'm just gonna fucking wing it. And as I was trying to, like, make my points, I'm like, what am I saying? Like, what is this video? Like, this video is trash so far. So that's why there wasn't a video on Friday. That AI video should have came out on Friday. But I ended up spending Friday writing out my thoughts so I could have a guide to kind of think about what I wanted to say. So with the videos, like, they're not like word for word scripted, not all of them. But what I try to do is I try to write out what I want to say, and then as I'm like talking, I'll look at it before I'm about to say something. I'll be like, okay, and then I'll use that as my guide, and then I'll kind of say it the way it comes out because it feels more natural instead of just reading a script. But for the most part, there are parts where I will read things, but it's also because, like, I'm just not, I don't know, man. I think I am a very bad explainer of things, if anything. So I have to write out my words. So I'm very confident in my writing. I will say that. When it comes to writing, I feel like I'm very confident. Like, if I'm writing a story or something like that, I am very confident in that. But if you told me to tell you something, like, just, hey, explain to me what is the concept of that? I'm like, oh, well, there's this, like, guy, and then, there's, like, this demon, and then the demon, he does some, like, weird shit, right? And then, like, I don't know how to, like, I don't know, it's just verbal diarrhea. But if you were to read something I wrote, then I think people would be like, oh, shit, that's pretty good. So it is what it is. I usually steer clear of arguments that I am not informed in. Hard these days, because everyone needs you to have an opinion on something. Yeah, you know, I have just learned to be like, hey, I was like, I know nothing about the topic. I was like, I'm not an expert in this. I was like, this is my opinion from the little knowledge I have. And then that way, if somebody has more knowledge, they can go ahead and take over the conversation and explain it. But I'll be like, hey, look, to be honest, I don't know much on the topic. I was like, from my perspective, the way I see it, this is how it comes off. Bada bing, bada boom. And then I just kind of like back up. Yeah, I kind of try not to talk about shit I don't know. But also, like, I think there are certain topics that you don't need to be extremely informed on to have a perspective. Because I think the general audience is a perspective, and I think people forget that. Everybody wants to be an expert. So, the layman, as they would say. But yeah, like right now, so one of the things people were asking what I've been doing lately, besides playing PUBG, I've been playing PUBG like every day. That's like my downtime is playing PUBG. But I've been writing every single day. Hold on, I need to wipe this off, but it's gonna make the thing go mute. Anyways, I have been writing every single day, and yeah, it's been interesting. I'm trying to, like, I do not go to bed until I write something, like 100%. I have to add some new lines, a new concept, or something to this book I'm working on. Yeah, I'm the same here. I stay quiet when people are having conversations unless I'm informed on that topic. Pretty much, you know? I think it's easy to have an opinion on things you watch for sure, but I mean, if I'm not super informed, I won't go out of my way to be like, oh yeah, this is my opinion. You know what I mean? But also, I had the luxury of, since I am older now, I've experienced a lot in life, so I can draw from the experience without necessarily having to have extensive knowledge on things. I could be like, I can explain it to you from my point of view. You know what I mean? I was like, because I lived it. You know what I mean? Like, there are so many people, like, when it comes to, like, racism, right? Like, a lot of people are, like, have this insane amount of knowledge when it comes to racism. Like, oh, man, did you know that police were actually created for this and blah, 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 and in, like, fucking 1789, blah, 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 blah. Like, all of this insane knowledge about oppression and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, that's cool, man. I'm glad you know all that information. I can only explain how, you know, I've been in the presence of white cops and they've discriminated against me and, like, kind of pulled me over and be like, you got drugs in the car and all this kind of stuff, when that doesn't happen to my other friends. You know what I mean? And, like, all this other kind of shit. Like, I was like, I can only speak of racism from my experience. I was like, I'm not going to sit here and have a fucking historical debate with you on why it's worse or why it's not worse today. I'm just life experience, bro. I've been there. I've seen it, you know? So, I don't know. I think a lot of people just forget on a lot of those kind of things. But I also think, like, as I get older, I'm starting to learn to just be okay with walking away. You don't need to be in every conversation. That is definitely something I have learned. Because, so, I don't know if you guys watched it or if y'all even care, but there was the Streamer Awards this weekend, and I could not believe the conversations that were going down on Twitter, but there was somebody that got mad at the Streamer Awards because there was this person, I think called Leviathan, and in the song they were singing some Fortnite song. I don't know anything about the Fortnite songs or whatever, but there is a Fortnite song that is a parody out there where it uses the term that I'm a gamer, you're gay, or something like that. And it's supposed to be how, like, little kids sound on Fortnite and what, like, little kids say while they're watching Fortnite. And what ended up happening was somebody who is a part of the LGBT community, they were like, really, in 2024 we're still using the this is gay thing and yada yada, and they were going off. And of course, like, I don't know if you've ever seen this happen online. If somebody calls out some kind of, you know, oh my god, this is bad for the gay community, this is bad for the black community or whatever, everybody just runs with it. Nobody tries to get extra research. Nobody tries to see what it is. They just fucking run with the 5-second clip and just start saying, like, oh my god, that place is so shit, and like, oh my god, what do you expect from these streamers and whatever. They're going off. I watch Cutie Cinderella, the girl that like runs the whole thing. I watch her year around. I also watch Ludwig, who's her boyfriend. And I know the crazy amount of, like, work she puts into it, and how she tries to be so inclusive
Like, she tries to be uber inclusive when it comes to the fucking streamer awards. So when I see somebody, and it was so funny that it was from the gay community, because they were like, oh, maybe we need some more representation on this show. They literally had like bi, gay, I don't know if they had trans, I didn't watch the whole show. They had a bunch of different, oh my god, what are they called? Presenters for the awards on there. One of the floor hosts was gay, Austin's show. And like there are so many people, and the person that was singing that song was bisexual. And so like this person didn't also context everybody. This is what pisses me off about the internet. Nobody cares about context anymore. The context of the song is that it is a parody of young children on Fortnite and what they say and how the game is cringe. And that's why a little kid being like, you're gay, that's what they say. And like that's part of the joke, the parody of the song, and context matters, you know what I mean? We could be upset if somebody, like a presenter just went up there and they're like, you're gay, all you guys up in here are gay, 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 gay. Like that would make sense. I would totally understand that. That looks bad. But in the context of the performance, it made sense. And so I just hate that. And like, so everybody just started shitting on the streamer awards and saying all of this like bad stuff about it. And I was just like, I wanted to speak up, but at the same time, I'm like, it's not gonna get anywhere, man. I'm not gonna get anywhere by jumping in that fight because I'm a straight guy, and straight people a lot of times should not have opinions on those situations. So I'm just like, all right, that's how it is. That's unfortunately how a lot of the internet thinks. If you're not a part of the group, you shouldn't talk, and I think that's a little unfortunate. I don't think you should lead the conversation, but it doesn't mean you can't have an opinion on it. I think it's really stupid about the internet. Nobody cares about context anymore, which really annoys me. I need a new computer. My browser randomly crashed just now. That's unfortunate, Mel. Yeah, I don't know. My computer, I've cleaned up a lot of my computer. I will say that. Sometimes you need to like maybe clean up your caches, clean up some files you don't need anymore, because that might be slowing down a lot of your stuff. You know, definitely. What do they call it? Defrag your computer. Maybe do that. It's always good to do. But yeah, I don't know, man. Internet's a weird place. Like I said, I think if I didn't need social media, which to be honest, my social media right now isn't really helping the new channel, because maybe I'm not using it properly, but I think if I didn't need social media, I really wouldn't be on it. Because dude, it helps you like, I don't know, I think it's just, I don't think our brains are wired to be that stimulated by social media. In my short 32 years of life, I've learned to just either ignore things or express my hunches instead of opinions. Ask questions always. Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do. But I don't know what it is, man. I'm not gonna blame everything on the younger generation, because I think there are some older. I think there are just, so I find it funny, right? I think the younger generations are trying to be way more progressive. I don't think that they've learned yet that people make mistakes, which I find very funny. So like, it's just like kill, kill, kill with the younger generation. Like, oh, you did something bad, kill, 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 cancel, cancel, cancel. And I'm like, that's not gonna help anybody, because you're not allowing people the fucking room to grow as people. The older generation, I think, are operating in a like, I want what's mine now. Because like, I don't know, man. I've seen some people that have like come out or whatever, and now that they are able to express themselves, everybody's the enemy now. Because I'm like, damn, because now we're more accepting nowadays, and it just seems like if you don't believe their way, it's fucking go to hell. And I'm just like, bro, I'm just like, dude, I just want to sit back and read some hentai, and you know what? I'm gonna think that's okay. Like, fuck you guys. I'm tired of all this arguing. Let's see. Just put the computer in rice. Yeah, man. If it works, it works. Bum, 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 bum. But I will say, I don't know if you guys watch Moist Critical, but Moist Critical did something recently that I think is really good. And it is something that I would totally be... See, I just love... Moist Critical talks about the most random stuff. The Forklift Olympics. I have certain topics like this that I want to talk about too, that I'll eventually make videos about. again, I'm just trying to get in the groove because like there's so many things that I find interesting that I just want to make content about. So you'll see random shit like that. But Critical did something recently that I thought was very good. I heard your criticisms. And I think this is something every creator, I kind of agree with his sentiment, and this is something I try to do often. Obviously, I don't have a platform as big as his, but I think it is important to listen to what people say about you. And although I will say, I feel like I appreciate Critical. He does often change after he hears things. But I don't know if it's necessarily always for the better. But if he thinks it's the right thing to do, then that's always the best thing. I do think there are certain things you can... I think people will have judgments or opinions on you that aren't always necessarily true. But I think it's good to listen and hear them and maybe clear them up as well. But I think this was a really solid video. He talked about how people thought his streams were boring now because he doesn't do React content. But he realized like a year ago or something like that he didn't like being the person that was taking views away from content creators, so he stopped doing it. And that's fair. I mean, I think the reaction debate is still very, very large and very huge. And I think there's positives to both sides and there is a lot of negatives to both sides. So I think that was something interesting. He also said, like, you know, he's been around forever. He's been fucking making content for like 10, 12 years or whatever. And a lot of people say they miss the old Critical, and they were like, oh, the old videos had so much more personality or content. And he said, he was like, I didn't have fun making those videos. He's like, those videos weren't great. And so he talked about how he would just turn on a camera, say some dumb shit, talk about nipples, and then end the video. He was like, but he said he loves his content so much more today. I resonate with that, as you guys know, if you were here during the freaking days of the reviews. I started to hate those. The same thing kind of thing. Like, I didn't like what I felt like there was no effort in those videos. It was just watch a TV show, go Gotham, flash, zoom, 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 zoom. And that's all I had to do. But I fucking hated it. Like, I hated doing that after a while. I love the content I'm making now, but a lot of people, you know, and it's fair, they'll say they like the old shit. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's very interesting to do something like this, is to make videos about the criticism you receive and talk about it over time. I think you should only do it like once a year. I don't think it's something you should do like every 3 months or whatever. I think you do one video about it maybe a year and be like, all right, what criticism do you guys have? And kind of like, you know, respond to them. I think it's a healthy thing to do. Cause like I don't know how you guys feel. And look, I'm always down to open feedback. Like, one thing that I've noticed myself, and I think it's just because I don't really care, I like making random jokes. I will always make like some kind of like random R34 kind of hentai joke or something like that in my videos, just because I think it's silly. But at the same time, I also like to just put shit out there, because I think when people are not transparent or you don't talk about your interest, and let's just say something leaks, like, oh my god, somebody hacked my shit, and they're like, oh my god, this dude liked the freaking anime boobs. People freak the fuck out if they don't know something about you. Like, it is the biggest, like, oh my god, I can't believe oh my god, that's his interest, like, what the fuck? I don't know why people like that. Very parasocial, I think. So I'm very open with a lot of my interests. I also think it's healthy, because, like, I think people that hide certain things, which it's very fair. If people want to have private lives, they can do whatever they do. That is their personal choice. But I think the more you talk about things that are taboo, it makes them more normalized. Doesn't mean you need to be a weirdo about it, because I do think there are some weirdos out there that are into some of these more taboo type things. But I think if you want to change and you want people not to view people in weird lights because of their interest, somebody that is normal, or, you know, that seems like a average person in society, needs to also talk about those things to normalize them. And I want to be that person, you know? So, like, I don't know if it comes off as cringe when I make those jokes or whatever. I just do them to be silly. I don't ever mean to take them seriously. But I also don't want people to be like, what the fuck, Juice? If I make a manga and then I'm like, oh yeah, I also made a fucking hentai over here because I felt like it, you know what I mean? Like, I am never gonna limit myself to writing. I want to write, I want to write comics, I want to write manga, I want to write fucking novels, whatever my brain wants to write, I want to do it. So I never want people to be like, I can't believe Juice wrote that, you know what I mean? I'd be like, why are you surprised? I've only talked about it for like 10 years, you know what I mean? So there'll always be people like that, but I just think it's, I don't know. I feel like we should all be comfortable being able to talk about our interests, right? So, I don't know. Just don't be weird about it. Some people are really weird about things, and I'm just like, okay, bro. Like, this is actually this is the best way to phrase it. Do not make your interests your personality. That is the biggest thing. If you're into something cool, do not make that your personality. Like, if you're into anime, do not make anime your personality. Enjoy anime, enjoy it a lot. Do not make it your personality. Be somebody that is very multifaceted. You're into a bunch of things. You really love video games? Don't make everything about your personality video games. Like, show people you have other interests, you're into other things. And if you're not into other things, try different things. I would suggest that. Because I think that's where a lot of people that are very, quote unquote, weird, is they don't, like, they only talk about one thing. And I will say, doesn't matter what you're into. Honestly, does not matter what you're into. If that is all you talk about, you will become so boring so fast. Hey, if it's not physically, emotionally hurting anyone and involves icky things with kids, it's all good. I agree, MH. I agree. By the way, I don't know if anybody's I started watching a new anime today, and I laughed so hard. I was watching it today. It's called Mashal. It's basically like buff Harry Potter. I don't know if you guys seen this anime. I think it's called Mashal. But anyways, they made a lolicon joke today. And I thought lolicon stuff very popular in Japan, if I'm not mistaken. Very icky and weird in the States. I don't agree with it. I don't like any of that kind of stuff. But there was a joke in Mashal where he's fighting this person and their necklace falls off and he picks it up and he's like, lolicon, I have to call the cops. Like, it was just like so, because the character in MASH or whatever is like very monotone, very like, I will defeat you, like kind of just shit. And this lolicon joke was just so fuckingly perfect timing. I just laughed so hard with it. Show is great. It is fantastic. I think I'm only four or 5 episodes in. I love the main character. I love that he's just so deadpanned. It's great. It's a fantastic show. Wonderful. And it's shows like that I really love. I love shows that can, and I think I've said this a million times, why Doctor Who is my favorite show. I love a show that can be uber serious, but then uber silly. Like, if you can pull that off, because I think there are people that do that, like they try to be serious and try to be silly in the same show, and it's often cringe. Like, if they don't know how to do both very well. Usually, the way you make that work is by having certain characters do those certain roles. Unlike the MCU, where they make everybody funny, it comes off as cringe. You need to have very serious characters and then very funny characters. And then those serious people, when they're trying to get the funny person to be serious, then that serious person can be like, oh, you don't think I'm serious? You think that I want to laugh and tell jokes all the fucking time? And then that gives those serious people give the silly people the moment to be serious, and vice versa. The silly person gives the serious person the moment to be serious. That's how you do shit. I don't know why writers don't understand that, and they're just like, no, everybody's funny. Everybody can be this. And it's like, no, timing. But Mashal is fucking fantastic. So I've been watching that. I've also been watching, because I'm I love watching silly harems. I'm watching 100 Girls That Really, 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 Really Love You, or some shit like that. It's like the new harem anime that a lot of people were talking about. That one's pretty silly and funny so far. I'm like 5 or 6 episodes. I switch between the animes I'm watching right now. Instead of just watching one straight through, kind of like jumping in between. I haven't really, I don't know. I watch like 1 episode a day. Watched MASH? Are we talking about this show? So I don't, is it called MASH or Mashal? I forget what it's called. But if you're talking about the army show MASH, I grew up on that. My grandfather used to watch it all the time. Mashal is the anime. Yeah. It's this one right here. This is the one I've been watching. It's pretty good. Pretty solid stuff. Yeah, I saw this episode today. It was funny. But it's a pretty solid show. But if you're talking about MASH, the actual army show, that, yeah, I know that there's like one super serious moment in that when a character dies, like out of nowhere. Pretty crazy. No, the Korean show MASH. Oh, no. I can't say I've seen that. Cannot say I've seen that. Bum, 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 bum. Sorry, I just saw that Capital One is going to buy Discover for $35 billion. And I was trying to think if I had either of those. Korean War MASH, but Marshall is great. Marshall. But no, I haven't seen that. I'd have to... Is it worth watching? I'm always down to put things on list. Will I ever get to them? I have no idea, but I'm always down. Let's see. But yeah, it's kind of what I've been up to lately. It's kind of just chilling, watching stuff, working out, writing. I've been writing a lot. Hopefully I'll be able to get... I just don't know, like, what I need to do is here's the, like, kind of, like, weird timeline in my brain right now. I have my job stuff, and then there's, like, a secret project we're working on with the job, which hopefully I'll be able to announce here pretty soon. I'll make a video about it. The announcement will come out, like, there's going to be a video where I talk about why it took me a year to launch the new channel. That'll come out eventually, hopefully, like, in the next month or two. That'll have the announcement of the thing I've been working on. And then, so the goal is, like, I have my normal job that pays the bills. Then hopefully Secret Project explodes and that'll bring in some extra income or something like that. And then, or hopefully the new channel explodes and that'll bring in some income as well. And the goal would be to then use the popularity and income from those things to launch one of the things I'm writing right now. Or launch, like, the card game that I want to do. One of the card games I want to do. Put one of those into production. So essentially, that's kind of what this has been the goal forever, to be honest, is to have some success on YouTube, to get the capital, to launch all of the other dominoes that I've been working on, to then again, more capital to be able to do even cooler shit. Like, that's always been the goal for YouTube. But I gotta get one of the things to pop first, and haven't had anything pop yet. The one you watched with your grandpa writing in the show is perfect. Yeah, the military one. Yeah, I don't know. I used to watch that all. My grandfather, we used to have a den in our old house, and there was a chair, a recliner right in the middle, and we had a TV over there, and he would just have MASH on every night, or I don't know. I think it was every night. He would just have MASH on, just be there in his recliner. And so, like, I would be going to the refrigerator, right? Because I'm a refrigerator fiend, always looking for something to eat. And then I'd just be in the kitchen, and I'd be watching it while he's watching it. So that's just kind of how it was. But yeah, MASH was like, I think MASH, if I'm not mistaken, for the longest time had like the greatest ratings of all time or some shit. They had some kind of crazy rating. I don't know if it still stands, but I don't know if it was for the finale or what, but like MASH was an extremely popular show back in the day. But yeah, I saw that intro so much. Fuck, I'm hungry now. Yeah, I ate some Chipotle earlier. I got a quesadilla. Quesadilla with some pinto beans, brown rice, and sour cream on the side. It was delicious. Going to the fringe again, 1 second. Gotta eat when you gotta eat. But yeah, no, I've been busy, man. I've been trying to keep steady. But what I'm hoping is now that I don't have the podcast, it does free up some time to do like maybe an extra stream or something like that. Hidden Spoon has just went online. But yeah, I don't know. So I'm trying to like hopefully have a day or two extra to stream and just try to get something going. That's why I want to get like a Pow World or like a Hell's Divers to just kind of play on stream and just kind of like, all right, I have something to play and let me just stream while we play it. You know what I mean? Final Fantasy, look, here's the thing. Here's the dilemma. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Final Fantasy comes out in 10 days. I already pre-ordered the game. I'm waiting for it to be able to download it. I feel like I want to stream that game, but at the same time, I feel like I want to play that game on my own. And because here's the thing, here's the one thing I've noticed with the stream, and also when new games come out, I've noticed people that plan to play the game are not going to watch the stream. So this in the case of Final Fantasy. Anybody that plans on buying the game themselves, they're not going to watch the stream because they don't want to get spoilers, which is totally fucking fair. I totally understand that. But so that'll kill some viewership there. And then secondly, the one thing I've noticed is even if we're playing a game, depending on the game, especially a story game, people also leave because they're just like, I don't care, I'm going to leave. I think the most viewers I get is when we're just kind of talking like this, which is totally fine, or reacting to stuff. I think that's really cool, and I don't mind that at all. So I'm just kind of thinking to myself, I'm like, do I want to stream Final Fantasy, or do I want to just have a game to myself? And that's another reason why I think playing Power World or Helldivers is another good alternative, because then maybe I'll use that for stream, and then I'll just enjoy Final Fantasy Rebirth on my own. But I do think people like the reactions when I actually, like, I'm fucking playing the story streams. I don't play video games that much, so I watch people play vicariously. Yeah, see, it's good. So I don't know, I'm thinking about it, because I will say, you know, when we're playing something like Final Fantasy, I do like to make stupid little comments when, like, Tifa shows up, or I'd be like, oh, that's my girl, that's my baby Tifa. So, like, I think it's fun to do shit like that. So I don't know, I got 10 days to think about it, but I've been debating whether I want to do that on stream or not. It's more than likely it'll happen, but if I end up buying Power World, then I might be like, oh, let me do that. Because what day does it come out on? Is it like a Friday? It comes out on a Thursday, so it'd be a Thursday stream. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I don't know. We did play the other Final Fantasy on stream though, so it's kind of why I want to play it on stream, just to kind of keep the continuity going. But we'll see what happens. Who knows? We always play the Resident Evils on stream. I think those are fine. Everybody likes to see when I get scared. Still, Resident Evil 5? It wasn't 4. Was it 8? I think it was Resident Evil 8. I had a very bad jump scare at that time because I was still going through like anxiety very heavily. And I think we had somebody pop in through a window and like, God, that shit scared me so bad. Playing Five Nights at Freddy's was the worst though. I don't know why I thought about playing Five Nights at Freddy's when I was going through the height of my anxiety. Is the worst thing. I'm back, Juice. Didn't end up watching a movie. That's tough, man. What movie were you going to watch? Have you played Buckshot Roulette? I have not played Buckshot Roulette, no. That sounds like Hangman Page's move though. I think the game will get you going? I don't even know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Buckshot. Wait, is that scary? That's not that scary game, is it? The one where the guy wants to kill you. Good night, Juice. Peace out, MH. Thanks for coming by. Buckshot Roulette game. Oh yeah, no, I saw freaking Ludwig playing this. Yeah. You have to pick on, you know, how you're gonna die or whatever, or like, you know, you check if you want to take the first shot. But I feel like there was a strategy to it. Depending on like the number, you just take the shot, right? I don't know. I thought that was an interesting game. But yeah, I've seen it. I was gonna watch Argyle because I was extremely bored, but at least I can talk to you and keep me entertained instead. Argyle got extremely bad reviews, if I'm not mistaken. Why would you want to watch that? Well, I guess, you know, you probably want to judge for yourself, but I feel like I didn't even think it looked good, so I probably wouldn't have wasted my time on it personally. I don't mind judging a thing for myself, but I have to be interested in watching it, even minus the reviews, you know? But yeah, I'll probably stream for another maybe 15-20 minutes, so if y'all guys got questions, anything you want to talk about, bring it up. Because I will end in like 15 or 20, because I gotta try to get some stuff done. What time is it? Yeah, it'll be 9:30. still gotta get some writing done today. I haven't done any writing. I love the Madam Web reviews. Gave me a good laugh. I'm so keen for Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool actually looks interesting, I won't lie. It looks interesting for sure. I thought Argyle had good moments, but some good visuals, and I liked the cat, but that was about it. However, out of all the jokes, I only laughed hard once and chuckled a couple of times. Yeah, I don't know. It just did not look interesting to me. The last thing that has looked interesting to me is Godzilla -1, and I didn't even need to go watch that. I would have loved to watch it in theaters, but you know, I didn't get around to it, which sucked. I haven't been in the movie theaters since like November. I don't even remember the last. I think the last thing I watched was probably Oppenheimer. I think Oppenheimer or Barbie. I don't remember. I didn't end up watching Aquaman. So yeah, it's been a while. I don't even know what's going on in theaters. Maybe I should treat myself to a movie at some point soon. I do need to have more moments of getting out of the house. Like, I need to just go do stuff. I haven't went to a coffee shop and just gotten work done in a while. I feel like I need to go do that. You on grind time, Juice? I've been grinding a lot, man. I was telling everybody while you were gone that I've been writing every single night. So I'm trying to get a book done. I have one of the goals this year is to write a one-shot. And so I have currently outlined a very long... I'll be straight up honest with you guys. Your boy's writing a spicy book right now, like 100%. So I just had this crazy concept, and I was like, I'm gonna try it out. And so I've been writing that. I'm gonna try to get out... On top of this book, though, I do want to get out a book I can actually publish for everyone. Because that book will be very niche. Obviously, only people that are interested in that kind of content would pick that up. But I just wanted to, like, I love the challenge of being like, all right, I've never tried to write one of those before, so let me write one. I'm sorry, did I hear Spice? You did hear Spice, Shirley. What's up, Shirley? How's life been with you? Oh my gosh, Shirley's always randomly, like, she heard Spice and she's like, whoop, popped in here. What's up, Shirley? How's life? How's life? How's the kid? How's the house? How's all that jazz? Let's see. Have you seen the Dune popcorn bucket? I have. I made a short about it. Dune does not look interesting to me at all, to be honest. I don't know what people find interesting about Dune. If you're a fan of Dune, let me know what's cool about it. I'd rather watch Tremors. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what Tremors is based off of. Dune. I don't know. But I think Tremors is so much more interesting. It looks cooler. It's also got a little bit of country in it. I don't know why people like Dune. I don't get it. Went over budget, 1,500. Cost me up to 35 AUD. Did I tell you I finally built a PC? No, you didn't, man. That's good. I think last time we talked, you were sending me specs and stuff, and I said those specs look good. But yeah, dude, my rig is probably... I think initially I spent 3,000, but I've probably added a few hundred more on top of it. So it's probably close to... I don't know, man. I bought 3 more. I don't know. My rig's probably like 4,000 now that I think about it. Because I bought new RAM. And then I bought 3 things. I have 3 separate Elgato capture cards. Then I bought a terabyte stick of memory. And I think that's everything I've added. So yeah, it's probably a 4,000 from my initial thing. We want Cody, hell yeah we do. Life is good. I was just in your neck of the woods last weekend. Oh, nice. What were you doing here? Yeah, I went over budget on those specs. Yeah, man. Like, I mean, PCs are not cheap. What games have you been playing, though? Cody versus Roman, gonna be crazy. I think it is gonna be crazy. I was just telling Flax that if WrestleMania is in Vegas next year, I plan on going. Which will, if the rumored storylines are true, next year would be Rock versus Roman, which would be nuts. Let's see. Went over budget, yada yada. Wasn't Shirley like here last like 3 years ago? No, Shirley popped in sometime last year, I believe. I know Dune came first, but it's like Star Wars and Star Trek had a baby. Like Star Wars equals action and Star Trek equals intellectual, blah, 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 blah. Got you. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't see anything appealing about Dune. Let's see. That just looks like gibberish to me, Flax. I am not a gearhead, but... Oh, so you got an RTX 4070? Okay, that's probably why. I did not go AMD. I went Intel for my processor. So... We went to Legoland at River Center for the kiddos' B-Day. Oh, nice, nice. I have not been to Legoland. I actually haven't even been to River Center in a really long time. Let's see. Got some cheese sandwiches. Just like cheese sandwiches? Like not even grilled cheese? I understand grilled cheese, but just cheese sandwiches? That's kind of weird. My concept of time is quite different than most since I've taken acid on multiple occasions. Pretty big mistake. Yeah, that'll fuck up your brain, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Drugs have never been appealing to me, to be honest. Never been appealing to me. I just like my imagination is insane enough. I don't need a trip. I've always been curious about cause I don't know if you guys have looked into the idea of aphantasia and stuff like that, and there are literally people that cannot picture things in their mind, and I'm curious. I've always been curious on if the people that can't picture things in their minds, if they're the ones that find drugs really cool. Helldivers GTA 5 5M Valorant Fort. What the fuck? Is that everything you're playing? What is 5M? Somebody literally just came in here on this stream and said 5M earlier. What is that? You were influenced by your friends? Got it. Let's get back to the spicy book. Color me intrigued. Oh yeah, Shirley. So, I was telling everybody earlier. So there's a lot of spicy stuff, Shirley. I mean, you were here for the early days. I think, you even supported. I mean, some of this. I think you bought the stickers, right, Shirley? Were you the one that bought the stickers, or did you buy? I think Monica bought the mouse pad that I no longer have, because that mouse pad got, just you have a mouse pad, it gets filthy over time. I don't have the mouse pad anymore, but I think Shirley got the stickers that I still have on this book. But anyway, Shirley, you know me, anime booba, everything always about. I am currently working on a video about bootleg figures right now. I just bought this figure right now that is a bootleg anime figure. It came with a secondary figure. That figure is spicy. This figure right here, that black part, popped it off if you want to. Because that's part of the bootlegness, because an official sites will never do that. But I'm working on a video talking about these bootleg figures. I'm waiting for some more to come in, and I'm going to compare how the detail on these figures are insane. So that's one spicy thing that's going on. But the spicy writing, I have ventured into the spicy books. I have a few back there that are all right there. I've been very intrigued. I saw I've always said this about myself. I never want to limit myself to what I can write. If I want to write fucking the next 50 Shades of Grey, I'll write that. If I want to write fucking the next fucking Winnie the Pooh book, I'll write that. I never want to limit myself. I think the moment you put yourself in a box, you start lacking creativity. So I saw an interview with this, it was the Trash Taste Boys on their podcast. They talked to this very popular, they call them doujin writers, or they just call them mangakas. But he made this infamous book called Metamorphosis. And Metamorphosis is a meme. It is hold on, let me just bring up you might have seen it, because the Metamorphosis book. It is a meme that's very popular, but it's a hentai. Metamorphosis book. I just need the meme. I should just type in meme so I actually get the real. Let's see. Nothing weird here. Okay, so this is basically the Metamorphosis girl right here. Very popular, very meme stuff. Everybody kind of gets this. But anyways, I heard him write, he was talking about the process of writing, and I don't know, if you ever want to hear what he says, just go to Trash Taste and type in Shindo L, and it'll pop up, it'll be his episode. But he said his editors, like when it comes to writing these spicy books, the layout is apparently, if you're writing a 50-page book, 30% of the pages have to be spicy. And I was like, damn. And Shindo L, though, the way he approached writing I found very intriguing. Because, like, the guys were like, damn, you only have 20 pages to tell a story? And he was like, well, if you build the story into the spicy stuff, then you have 50 pages. And I was just like, that's actually kind of true. And so I am very intrigued to write one of those stories. Because from my understanding, his story is kind of sad. And people, like, that's why it's infamous, I guess. Like, it's still got all the spice in it, but it's like a story that people have, like, questioned. They're like, am I even supposed to fap to this? Like, what am I supposed to do to this? And so, like, I think it's become infamous because it's actually a good story. And so I kind of want to see if I can write a good story in that genre. So it's something I've been writing. I came up with multiple ideas, and I was kind of telling a friend about one of these ideas, and they seemed intrigued by the thing, and I just kept rolling with it. And I've been writing every single night on, like, how I can make this thing happen. And so that's kind of what I've been writing. I've been writing a fucking smutty, spicy book. Hey, look, let's be real, all right? This is one thing, I hate this idea that they think it's just all men. I think when it comes to writing, most of the people that like smut are women, straight up. So I'm gonna be that writer, you know? I'm gonna be that writer for some ladies out there. Just because my perception of time is bad doesn't mean my life is ruined forever. I could be a gift or a curse depending on my mindset. I could choose to complain about it or accept it. Love that for you, 100%. Yeah, Young, what, like, with your newfound mindset, what are you trying to do in life now? I'm curious. It seems like you're trying to get to this point, obviously, bettering yourself, but I'm curious on where you're trying to go. I love that for you, 100%. 50 Shades of Grey perfectly shows more women read stuff than men. Oh, dude, 100%, man. Like, and that's what I find very funny. And I think I'm gonna do a video on this at some point. And Shirley, I don't know, like, if you have any perspective on this, but nowadays, I really, like, kind of, like, laugh when I hear people be like, this is made for the male gaze. And I'm like, bitch, everybody seems like they're bi now. How is this made for the male gaze? I guarantee you half of the stuff that is for the male gaze is turning women on. Like, I guarantee that. Like, I'm pretty sure there are some women that are seeing some freaking busty anime boobs and they're like, oh, why do I like that? Oh my God. And so, like, I think there's been some sexual awakenings with these male gaze properties that are out here. But yeah, I just think it's very funny. Like, I don't know. I think I have met some women that are very, very open about the things they're into. And I'm just like, I want to stop this freaking propaganda. It's not propaganda. It's this misconception, I guess, or the lies. We'll just call them the lies. That men are the only people into this shit. I know women are out there just hiding their shit. They got their freaking trying to be a better woman book, but inside it is just like pure smut in there. I know, ladies. I know. I got you. Got your secrets. I would say getting a girlfriend and acquiring as much money as I possibly can. I also pray quite often to get taller. How old are you now? Because the taller thing, you might have to accept with what you got, depending on your side. That's why we got Kindles. So I will say, like I said, I have a lot of the physical books over there of certain things that I'm into, but I also have the digital versions. The digital versions are very easy to read. I will also say, those books have to stay like that. I cannot just have them out there, because, yeah, they're graphic. Those covers are graphic. I turn 18 in like a month. Yeah, unless you have like a magical growth spurt, which I mean... When do boys stop growing? Let's see. This thing says age 16. Your growth and your 18-year-old parent, yada yada. So I don't know. Do boys grow after 18? Growth charts show that a majority of guys just a little after the age of 18. So maybe you have some chance. Maybe you have a chance. I don't know. I don't know how it goes with the stuff. Maybe you get a late bloom growth spurt. But I don't know, man. I will also say, like, first of all, I wouldn't worry about getting a girlfriend right now, although you're young, so that's probably very on your mind a lot, I would say. I think for any young man, they are, if you're into women, I should say. But I think that getting the job thing, like if you get a job to get money, or I don't know if you have any kind of skills or anything like that that you can turn into money, I would do that. Don't sell drugs. That would be a way to get money. But I think at the same time, man, like, first I would get comfortable with yourself. Like if you're going through these new mindsets and trying to be, you know, better yourself and all that kind of stuff, get your mental right. Maybe find a job you like, you know, just get a little bit of life experience. Because here's the thing, if you don't have a job yet, and you're going through this new, like, I'm changing my mind perspective, you need to get a job to see how life's gonna be. Because I think especially when you're young, you need to learn how the real world works and how the real world isn't always gonna go the way you want. And you're either going to adapt to the real world or you're gonna be like, fuck this, I'm gonna go do something else. And eventually, I think that mindset is really bad. I think it's really bad if you constantly keep jumping jobs. At some point, you need to stay with the job and work through it just to get a little bit of life experience there, to see how bad people are, to see how you work around those bad people to get your way. Like, dude, at my old job, I was there for 8 years, but man, I got around the bad people. Because the thing is, I showed that I was a really good worker, and here's the one thing, and this is how I know corporate America is not great, it's not the perfect world. When you're good at your job, you get away with a lot more. And dude, I was so good at my job, I was taking my lap, dude, I was editing YouTube videos at my job. The handbook specifically said no laptops, no any kind, you were not supposed to bring in other devices from the outside into this job. Dude, I had my laptop open. Oh, what's up, man? What do you need me to do? Oh yeah, down a little bit. Fucking editing YouTube videos at my job. Totally ignoring that. I was literally getting paid to edit YouTube videos. It was crazy. I was killing 2 birds with 1 stone because I was a good worker. They let me get away with it. I think that's things you need to you need to learn in life. And it'll help you work with people. Because you'll realize how people are. You'll realize that you'll build relationships with your coworkers. They don't need to be your friends. But it'll show you, like, I think my last job was really eye-opening because I knew some of these people were good people. We didn't agree on certain ideas, and you learn to kind of navigate around that. Because I worked with a lot of Trumpers, man. I worked with a lot of Trumpers. But I knew, like, a lot of those dudes were good dudes. A lot of them were also, like, insecure dudes, too. And so I was able to also put that in together. I was like, okay, I think a lot of people that, unfortunately, this is just from my personal experience, a lot of people that are really big fans of Trump are also very insecure men. And I was like, okay, a lot of these dudes are very insecure. Also, dudes that are weirded out by the LGBT community. I don't know why. That's another reason why people support Trump that I connected. I don't know why men are scared of gay men or trans men. It's just really weird to me. I don't know. I worked with one guy who said that he would deny somebody from going into a bathroom if they were trans because he's like, not while my kid's in there. You ain't doing that. And I'm like, you know, like, a normal man could also sexually assault your kid, right? Like, they don't have to be trans. Like, I don't know why. I don't know where that concept comes from, but that's how, like, those are the people I worked with. And you have to learn to navigate that kind of stuff in life. And I think that's a reason why getting a job and working in certain places with different people with different views is really important. I don't know. It's so weird. Also, if you ever want to be a writer or something, I highly suggest you work retail. You will have so many stories to, like, build off of, to build characters. It's crazy. I mean, I think it's good. Most smut writers, from my experience, are females. Having male perspectives is always intriguing to me. When I write RPs with men, it's very different than writing with women. So Shirley, since you've seen this, and like if you have some interesting female creators you can turn me on to, because I actually got the audiobook for 50 Shades of Grey because I wanted to listen to it. I want to know. What I was trying to find, and apparently there is a lot of them. I was trying to find female writers that do like hentai and stuff because I want to see the female perspective from things. Like what female audiences prefer to see in these kind of books and stuff like that. But I need to do some more research to find out, like, all right, who are the female? A lot of these names are also in Japanese and stuff too. So I'm like, I don't know what's a female male name when it comes to Japanese writers or Korean writers. So, but I am very curious on what women find more intriguing when they're reading those kind of books, because some of those books are very detailed in like what's happening, and mine are going to be more visual, at least for these kind of books. So I'm like, well, you're just going to see it all, but like I've seen some of those things, and goddamn, it's descriptive. There's a girl I liked for many years because she's beautiful, and she's even started a conversation with me when I was very shy around girls and didn't talk to them a lot. I think I'd be a good politician because I'm fine with being corrupt and I can fit into pretty much any group. Yeah, but the thing is, like, are you able to win people over, though, young? See, because here's the thing. Like, although you're young, like, for me, I'm older. So, like, I saw how your mindset was when you're an edgelord. You wouldn't have won me over. So that's the one thing. Like, everybody thinks a good politician is just being corrupt. Or being fine with being corrupt. But you have to win people over. Fitting into a group is very easy. Like, anybody can fit into a group, I think, if you just kind of stay quiet and say things here and there. Or if you're just like, I can drive you guys around, or like, I don't know. There's easy ways to get accepted into a group. A good politician wins people over. And I think that's what would determine that. Because you have to be able to provide hope for people. Unless you're just going to go the Republican route. If you want to be corrupt like that hardcore, then I guess you'll be able to win that base. But, I mean, the last election showed that didn't really work anymore, so you'd have to change it up. Also, company culture is important. In some companies, more than others, and that's something I didn't know it at 19. I wish I knew. Yeah, no, like, I think companies are very, very different, man. I think working will definitely open your eyes to a lot of things. I can win people over. I believe I'd have good goals and decent charisma. Yeah, I mean... Well, if you believe that, you shouldn't have any problem with winning this girl over then, right? If you believe that. You said you were shy before. So I feel like you should be able to good now. I would not want to go into politics. But I do think a lot of politicians have very bad PR teams. But again, like, I think it's a lot different, man. Because a lot of America is still very moderate. I think that's why people voted for, unfortunately, Biden was the main candidate, because a lot of the older people did not want to vote for somebody like a Bernie Sanders or anything like that, because it was just too radical. They're just like, nope, I don't want to do that. Biden's not Trump, and he's kind of in the middle, so I'll go with that guy. So it just depends. Like, it depends on your ideas, because I think a lot of the younger generation is getting pissed that they can't own their own house. Like, I'll say that automatically. Like, it just looks like it's so dire out here for a lot of people, especially people that don't have college educations, probably at the moment never going to own a house, which is kind of crazy, unless, you know, they start saving very young and they get married very young and they have dual incomes to save up for that kind of stuff. So, you know, there has to be a lot of stuff. My confidence has definitely gone up with being more comfortable with who I am, because I've realized that there's always going to be people that don't like you no matter what, so you might as well just be yourself. Yeah, for sure. I haven't read a lot of hentai, but there are a lot of general smut books. Many are Western culture pushed, so they're focused on the ideal man, or 50 Shades of Grey being in control. So yeah, I don't know. So that would be a very interesting thing too, like dominance versus submission and stuff like that. Yeah, it's very interesting. So here's the thing. I've been joking about this here and there. When it comes to the books that I've got, I have judged the book by the cover. And I will say the books that I have got, unfortunately, are not the things I'm extremely into. So like, NTR is basically like the cheating kind of category. when it comes to doujins and stuff like that, and it's not something I'm interested to. Like, it's usually the main characters are douchebags, or like, you know, it's always stereotypical, like, oh, the quiet guy has a girlfriend, and then, oh, his girlfriend got taken over by the fucking jock dude. Like, those stories are very shitty for me, but the art is so good. Like, I genuinely have bought them because of the covers. But there was one story, surprisingly, that I read in one of those books that was really well done. It was in a cheating, like, NTR book, but it wasn't necessarily cheating because it was about a character. It was about a girl and a boy who grew up together, and the boy would never say his emotions for her, and eventually another guy showed interest in her, so she started dating that guy, but she still always had emotions for the other guy. But by the end of the story, she kind of lets that go because he's never gonna like express his emotions, so she learns to let him go and move on. And I was like, god damn, I wasn't expecting, like, it was basically kind of like, from the guy's perspective, it was a story of like, this is what happens if you don't shoot your shot, essentially. And from the girl's perspective, it was like learning to let go of the person you thought was gonna be your love. And I was like, god damn, I wasn't expecting to get this story. And so, like, I thought it was very intriguing. But I bought that book 100% for the art. And now I would love to like have an artist like that for my stuff, because it won't be that style of story. But yeah, I don't know. But I just fell in love with that art. I'm like, god damn, this art's amazing. But it's also the reason why, like, I have like a fucking side Twitter just for all of that kind of stuff, because I think some of the best artists are fucking smut artists, to be honest. They know how to draw the human body in ways like normal artists don't. I don't want to be that foreign guy to speak on U.S. politics, but from the outside perspective, everyone is too one-sided, and the other base and their personalities and that. Yeah, it's funny, you know. I would totally agree with you, Flax. A lot of people are one-sided, but I also want to speak on something on Australian politics. Let's see. Oh my god, what's his name? Oh my god. Hold on. Let me see. Can I... No. Oh my god, what is his name? I want to hear about this story if you know about it. I know somebody talked about it. I think Moist Critical talked about it recently. Let's see. Didn't he talk about it? I'm trying to find this, like, political thing that was going down in Australia that I really want to talk about. Is it... Okay, I can't find this guy. I know his, like, second handle, but it's not popping off right now. Where's it at? I know I watched this video. YouTuber's life is in danger.
Handed over information.
What was his name? Oh, I hate when people don't fucking put their... Friendly Jordies. There you go. Friendly Jordies. So, I would love to know what is going on. I don't know if you keep up with the Friendly Jordies thing, but it is this creator from Australia, Flax, talking about how one of your areas is extremely corrupt. Extremely. If you want to watch the video, it's this guy right here talking about Coronation. One of your politicians owns like everything that's going on, which is kind of crazy. Or like they run. This guy's life has basically been endangered. One of your politicians or one of the big wigs in Australia tried to firebomb his house. Fucking really crazy shit. It's gotten so crazy that he had to take down his video because they, if you want to watch out what was happening, he basically had to stop posting on YouTube because they were basically trying to kill him. So this was the last video he made, but I think he took down the video already, but he talked about how they tried to firebomb his house and shit. And he's calling out a lot of the corruption that's going on in, like, I guess right here, this guy too. He's calling out a lot of the corruption in Australia, so... Seeing that kind of content, I'm like, it looks like Australia got really bad as the US too. So like pretty crazy stuff, man. I don't know if you've kept up with this, but you should see what's going on in Australia. Looks like y'all's government's trying to kill some journalists and shit, which is kind of crazy. But it just makes me think, I'm like, oh yeah, just like America. You know, I think everybody's fed what is the most sensational shit, and I feel like every country's probably just shitty. Are you talking about the vote yes for Aboriginal people? No, I don't know what the fuck that is. No, I was talking about this guy, the one I just mentioned. Like, I am a centrist. I like ideas from both sides, but people don't like the idea that you don't have a side. I mean, I think a lot of people will probably call you a fence sitter. I mean, I will agree with you. I like to be in a gray area, but I will say that there is never anything a Republican has thrown out there that I'm like, oh yeah, I'd vote for that. It's not really like, dude, I want to be able to like fucking have healthcare. Like, I want to be able to go to the doctor, or like if I break my leg or something, not have to pay an arm and a leg for it. I also would love to have some job protections if I ever went back to the job market. And I would also fucking like to be able to own a house sometime. And I would like my friends and family to be able to have a fair wage. But Republicans don't give a shit about any of that. Also, I would like to have my people not being fucking shot and, you know, barbed wired at the border. That'd also be nice. Let's see, what does Shirley say? Books, 50 Shades of Grey, yada yada. Yeah, you have to find your niche that you want to write in, and what is not your niche. It's what writing RPs has helped me figure out, as well as just putting out there for people to read, which is super uncomfy. Yeah, here's the thing: is like I don't know, like I don't. So here's another thing: I don't know where you're posting your stuff, Shirley, but I know a lot of people like, because a lot of people say this. They're like, put your stuff out there for people to read. I don't like that idea, because if I have a really good idea, I don't want people to read it until it's officially out there. So people are like, oh yeah, that was Juice's idea. I don't want somebody that has the ability to, you know, morph my idea into their idea and then put it out, and they'll be like, oh yeah, that guy's the first guy to do it. I'm like, no, he fucking wasn't. But I posted a short today about how Reddit, because I know a lot of people post their short stories on Reddit. Reddit has just inked a deal that with an unknown AI company that is going to allow this AI company to now use over 800 million users' posts on Reddit to train this AI. So any stories, memes, art, videos, anything that's on Reddit is going to be able to be used now for this AI, for this deal Reddit just did. And yeah, I am not going to be posting any of my stuff on the internet until I'm able to produce it myself, which is going to be a hassle. It's going to be a bitch to do that. But I do print them out, let my friends read them, get them back, stuff like that. So I do get input on it, but I just can't put it out there for people. I also do have confidence enough in my writing that I think it'll be readable. So we'll see. But I'm just too scared to throw it out there. Yeah, he is one of the biggest political YouTubers in Australia, exposing and reading into things that a lot of politicians try to hide. Never really watched it, but yeah, he did some dog shitty with him. Yeah, dude, that guy's like trying to just like not die now, which is crazy. The lies are blurred, and it's not always easy to tell what is the right thing. That's why people are so divided, I think. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think everybody right now, it's just, I think Trump really fucked a lot of shit up. Like, to be honest, he made it okay to be racist, like 100%. And I think a lot of people don't want to admit that, but I think it also, he was so polarizing that he split up people's families. Like, people don't want to associate with people that are okay with that guy. Honestly, I think we need both of the current candidates to just go away. I don't want to wish death on them, but like, they're getting up there in age, so that's probably going to happen before they go away. But we need some new people in politics, to be honest. Like, I'm talking about younger people, like fucking in their 40s. We need some 40-year-old candidates. We don't need people that are in their fucking 60s and shit. Like, 60s, 70s, 80s. Like, that's just too old. There should be term limits, in my opinion, or age limits when it comes to political shit, in my opinion. But all the old people run the political landscape right now, so they're never going to vote for that. That dude Mitch McConnell is like having fucking blackouts in person. He's like, oh yeah, into politics. Where am I? Like, it's just like, fucking dude, you're too old. You need to fucking go. For me, it feels like the Americans vote on candidates. It's voting on the lesser of two evils. Yeah, no, that's 100% how it is. Currently, it's because we're in a world like where everybody, honestly, nothing's gonna change until Trump dies. But the thing is, like, once Trump dies, people are gonna think if his kids run, it's gonna keep going. Although I don't think his kids have the charisma. Like, I hate to admit it, but like, Trump had charisma for a really long time, and I think that's why he won everybody over when he won, because he was like talking shit to people and all that kind of stuff, and like people were like, oh yeah, this guy's crazy, he's gonna be different, and he was just as corrupt as more corrupt than any politician, to be honest. But I think that's kind of like, he had the charisma to do it. I don't think his kids have that charisma, so it'll probably die with him. It's kind of like the Bush kids. Like, there was other Bushes that tried to run and nobody gave a shit about them. Biden is an absolute moron. I just don't understand how people could vote for him. It's because nobody wanted Trump. Like, it's fine for you to say that Biden is an absolute moron, but that means Trump is 10 times worse, because people are like, I'd rather vote for that guy than Trump. Like, that's how it is. That is the current political landscape right now. You pick the lesser evil, 100%. That's how it was. Nobody willingly voted for Biden the first round. Like, nobody. He was my third choice. My third fucking choice. I had to vote for him at that point. Bum, bum, bum. I would have rather voted for two other people instead of him. But anyway, Shirley, what's life been up to? We're gonna be ending the stream here in a little bit, but yeah, that's what I've been doing. I gotta write some more spicy stuff here. It's gonna be a 200-page book, 250-page book, more than likely. Between 230 and 250, I think. So it's a pretty hefty book. So I already have kind of a way each chapter ends. I got a lot of the big points, but now I got to get in there and write the dialogue, write what happens and whatnot. So it'll be kind of wild. But once I get that book out of the way, like, I'm hoping I can have it written, I don't know, at least a majority of it in the next couple of months. That way I can focus on another book. That way at least I have something that I can say, like, oh, I wrote something. I finished that goal. Just working. I'm not teaching anymore. Working from home now. Oh, cool. Yeah, I totally understand why you probably don't teach anymore. Because, like, goddamn. I was talking to a friend's wife not too long ago about teaching. And she says that the kids are just awful nowadays because parents don't care. I don't think Trump is as dumb as Joe, personally. I prioritize intelligence over anything else. Oh, whoa, that's... Alright, I'm gonna leave that there. You don't think Trump is dumb? Like, that's kind of wild. That's kind of wild. I feel like you haven't paid attention. Maybe the drugs are still affecting you a little bit, young. I don't think Biden is as sharp because he's old. I will say that. But if you, I don't know. I cannot, we would have to disagree there. Because there is no way, I don't care what you think of Biden, but to think that Biden is less intelligent than Trump, that's a stance. That's a stance. There is like, dude, there's probably like an hour-long video of all the dumb and incorrect shit that Trump has said. Like, from 8 years ago. Which is wild. I didn't say that I think that Biden is obviously an idiot. You said Biden is an absolute moron, for one. Then you said, I don't think Trump is as dumb as Joe Biden. So you're saying that Trump is essentially, and then you say, I prioritize intelligence more than anything. So in that structure that you just put, you're saying that Biden is dumber than Trump. Dumb means, you know, it's stupid. It kind of like makes you, it questions your intelligence, a person's intelligence. And then you say you prioritize proprietary, I can't even say that word right now, intelligence over anything else. So, in the same sentence, you kind of dissed Biden there, so you're saying Trump has more intelligence because you think he's not as dumb. Like, it wants you to understand the structure you put it in there is very bad. So you're saying very contradicting statements at the moment if you're trying to say he's not an idiot. If you want to say that he's old right now and he's probably not all there mentally, 100% agree. But if you genuinely think that Biden is less intelligent than Trump, yeah, I don't know. I can't agree with that. From an Australian POV, they are both dumb. They're fucking old, man. They're your grandpas. They're older than your grandpas, probably. We know this. That's the one thing y'all need to understand from the outside. We know how bad they are. Look, nobody that is probably under the age of 40 wanted either of these people in office. That is a factual statement. Unless you were like fucking brainwashed by your parents, I don't think anybody under 40 wanted either of these people running the country. But unfortunately, there are young people that are like, I'm gonna do it for the memes, man. I'm gonna do it for that. I just think Trump can at least form a coherent sentence at the very least. I don't think he's that smart though, but he's a businessman and I think he's an expert in money and might be able to fix the... Okay, young, okay. I know you're about to turn 18 and you've done a lot of drugs. You need to do more research. You need to do more research, man. See, here's the thing. This is what I'm saying. You said you think you can be a good politician. I am somebody who rarely gives a fuck about politics. I keep up with them, but I know for a fact you have no idea what you're talking about. The dude is just convicted of business fraud. He is not an expert in money. I was just going to bring that up, Caleb. Yeah. You need to do a lot more research, young. I would highly suggest don't watch movies. Watch a lot of videos on exposing Trump or exposing Biden or whatever you want to do. But Trump is not an expert in anything. He's an expert in bullshitting, is what he is. He is not an expert in I think he got convicted of what? He had to pay back $300 million and something, and then he also has to pay like another woman like $800 million. Like, the dude is not an expert in anything. He's an expert in being a dumbass. Do you believe it should be legal for anyone to vote or agree on the choice to? Do you believe that it should be legal for anyone to vote or you agree on the choice to? Like, at the age of 18, as long as you're registered, you can vote in America. Are you saying that anybody like under 18 should be able to vote? No. I don't think people under the age of 18 should vote. Because I think that would just be wrong, in my opinion. Look, Young right now, if we allow Young to vote, he thinks Trump is good with the economy. Here's one thing that I think America really needs is better education. I think the educational standards in America are fucking awful. I think they were bad when I was in school. I think they've only gotten worse, especially with all the good teachers quitting because they're like, fuck this, I'd rather go do something else in my life and then instead of babysitting these awful kids. I think the education standards in America are bad. What really needs to happen in America is instead of forcing and telling every kid the only way you're gonna live a good life is by going to college, America needs to focus more on trade schools in high schools and middle schools. Like, there needs to be like more, like, and they used to have this back in like the 70s and 80s, if I'm not mistaken. Like, they had like fucking mechanic shops, they had like wood shop, they had fucking home ec, they had fucking, like some girls went to cosmet. Like, at my old high school, we had film school. Apparently we had wood shop. I never saw that shit. I don't think we had like mechanic shop. But we did have a not esthetician school. We had like the hair salon school or whatever they call it. we had that in our school. More school needs shit like that because not everybody wants to go to college. Not everybody's gonna want to get a higher education. A lot of people want good jobs, and that way you can have jobs of being a mechanic, being in robotics, being like all of that kind of shit, just a trade. People, we need more of that in schools. Because if they're not gonna go get a bigger education, then let them be good at a trade. And I think that would be better. But no, the point is, I think a lot of higher ups in the world, 1%ers, stuff like that, politicians, want Americans to be dumb so they can be manipulated. That is my opinion. I gotta say, I regret the degree I got. That's how a lot of people are. Worded it wrong. Law to have to vote. So are you saying there should be a law to make people vote, Flax? Expert equals a lot of money that he got illegally. Yeah. I do research. Didn't Biden spend like billions of dollars on a war that has nothing to do with this country? That is like every president ever. A lot of people will say Trump didn't go to war. Trump did bomb people for... Trump dropped the biggest bomb we had that wasn't a nuke on a country just to do it. Like, I think he said he was trying to like kill a general or some shit like that, but I don't think the bomb even did anything. So like, dude, I think it's really dumb when we bring in like cost of wars and stuff like that with America. I think a majority of Americans that are not in the military, Spoon would probably agree differently because that's part of his job. I think a lot of people that aren't working for the government would probably agree. We'd rather spend those billions of dollars on America. Every sitting president has went to war or done some dumb bullshit. Trust me, nobody wants that. I agree. A way to give kids experience in things that they get out of high school. Yeah, correct. Australia has a law that everyone over the age of 18 has to vote in elections. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind like everybody having to vote. But the thing is, I mean, I don't know. Because I could see how that could be bad. Because the people that do not give a shit about politics would just go and vote for anybody. They'd be like, oh, fucking C. Like, you know, that's how they would do tests. So maybe it is better to allow people to have the choice to vote, which is how we do it here in America. But I would be curious on how... I would like to see how it changes the landscape if people had to pay attention, you know? Parents forced me straight into a 4-year Christian college for a Bible degree. Expected me to become a pastor just like my dad. I dropped out after 3 semesters, currently doing a trade school though. Oh, what are you going to do a trade school for? If no president was an option, y'all probably do that. I don't know about that, but I know on the Republican side right now, the only person going up against Trump right now is this woman named Nikki Haley. And she had a, what do they call them? Oh my God, primary recently. And everybody at that primary, 60% of the people voted other candidate, meaning the 2 people that you were there to vote for, everybody said, fuck those 2 people, we'd rather have somebody else. So like, there are people that only want Trump, like 100%. Just put me in prison now. How would you enforce that? Is that a fine? I would assume so. It would probably be a fine. So like, I know, what is it? Is it the register to vote? No, it's not register to vote. Oh, in America, one thing they do is like, if you want to, they basically force everybody to join the draft, essentially, or signing up to the draft, in case we ever go to war, like everybody, all men, or whatever. I don't know if women have to do this anymore, because I know a while back, everybody's like, oh, if we want equality, why don't women sign up, you know? I don't know if they changed those rules, but I know if you were a man when I was growing up, once you turned 18, you could not get financial aid or loans for school if you did not sign up for the draft. You had to do that. And I was like, so if I want to get help from the government, I have to sign up to basically get drafted into a war just to get some help. Like, pretty wild. Pretty wild shit. So, it's just men still? Yeah, I don't know. I don't keep up with it, obviously. At this point, I don't think I'm eligible. Probably too. I'll just be like, I got dyslexic. Does the gun go this way? I would just fucking play up my dyslexia like crazy. Do I shoot the gun like this? Like they'd give a shit at that point, right? I would, dude, with the new generation, man, everybody would just fill up the jails. I think there'd be so many people be like, we're not going to war. Like, no. Like, we're fucking running across the border to Canada or Mexico. I'm going to community college after school because most people I know are going and it's free. But I don't really care about college, or I'm very passionate about it. There's more than one path to success. Yeah, for sure. Men, when they turn 18, you sign up for a selective service. You are dropped from selective service when you turn 26. I'm out, bitch. I'm out. But yeah, I don't know. A Bible degree is so wild. That's so wild. Somebody got mad at me on my. It was so funny. I got a comment on the Jesus feet video that I did. This video right here. Oh, by the way, Shirley, I don't know if you know this, but I started a new channel. I don't know when the last time you were here was, but I started a whole new channel. A lot of content here that is very interesting. Since you like the spicy stuff, I got a video right here that talks about the first time I saw some boobies at school, at least. Pretty funny stuff, but interesting topics. Also, this one too. I think this is very interesting. There was this chick that said she, the Scholastic Book Fair, made her become addicted to porn, which is the most wildest topic I've ever heard of. But in this Jesus video, I had somebody come after me, which I thought was very funny. Where was it? What did they say? Did they delete their comment? Did they delete their comment? Really? Wait, hold on. Did they? Okay, right here. Okay, it was hidden. You clearly don't associate with any Christian conservatives, or you're just putting them all in a box. Nor have you read the Bible. You, sir, are the propaganda. I thought this was so funny because in that video, what I was talking about was how those campaigns for the Jesus gets us are pure propaganda because the people behind them don't give a shit about what they're showing in those videos. They don't care about people coming together and helping your fellow brother or whatever, because the same people are also backing abortion campaigns and all this kind of stuff like that. So it's pure propaganda. It's all bullshit. And that's why I talked about the video and I had evidence to back it up. But I find it funny when people get so upset when you call out religious groups. I have nothing wrong with religious groups. I have some friends that are very religious that are some of the nicest, best people in the world. But I wish people would take call outs or criticisms and be like, hey, just to let you know, we're not all like that and we're trying to change that stigma. That would be so much more respectable. Honestly. But when you get offended and saying I don't associate with stuff, it's funny. I've dated Christian women, 100%. One of my earliest girlfriends wasn't super religious, but I'm not culty religious, but she got me a Bible with my name engraved on it. So I literally have a Bible with my name engraved on it. So I have it. I have read passages from it. My grandfather was very religious as well. So I thought it was just fucking funny that they just automatically, just because I called out, these propaganda campaigns, that they were like, oh my God, you're such the worst person. I'm like, you don't even fucking know me. I wasn't calling out Christianity. I was calling out this fucking propaganda shit. That's all it was. Put your Bible next to the hentai. I think it would open a space-time continuum, and I don't know if I want to do that, I'm not ready to meet Jesus yet, Shirley. LOL, I'm pretty sure conservatives are also bashing this commercial. I have a conservative friend who was like, the washing the feet thing isn't biblical. That's funny. It was such a weird commercial, man. It was so weird. But I thought it was so crazy about the idea of having a woman washing a young girl's feet outside of an abortion clinic. I was like, no fucking way that happens, dude. It it was just so random. Juice, you never talk about religion. I feel like, do you believe in God or have a religion? I would consider myself more of an agnostic, but I'm also somebody that, if I'm not feeling good, I'll pray. Like, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and say I think I know. I do prefer to believe in something than not believe in something. Either side cannot prove if something does or does not exist. But I think just saying, like, being absolute, like there's nothing, I think it's just kind of a boring way to live. Like, look, I'm not gonna push any views on anybody, but dude, if my life is easier because I'm like, it would be kind of cool if there was somebody out there that could just fucking magically create shit, I'm down with that. But I don't give a fuck if people think like, oh, once you're dead, that's fine. I don't give a shit, that's fine. Seems disrespectful to put hentai next to a Bible. Oh my God, King, you're so right, I'm sorry. You know what's funny though, is one of those books back there does have a story about a nun. So, I mean, maybe they go next, maybe I just put it next to that one. You know, the nun story next to the Bible. I think it'll work together. But yeah, no, man, that's kind of how it is. Why? There is pornographic content in the Bible. Read Song of Solomon. It's so horny. To-do list, read Songs of Solomon. Got it. Thanks, Caleb. That's funny. Corruption's arcs are the chef's kiss. Yeah. Corruption is like a huge thing in the thing. So I don't know. It's funny. I want to bring, like, I love silliness when it comes to stuff. Like, I love silly characters. But I also love when those, like I said, those silly characters actually have some, like, just some interesting styles to them. I don't know. It'll once it's out, obviously I'll promote it. And then, of course, I'm sure people will be like, oh my God, why are you promoting that? I'll be like, have you not been watching my content? I agree. That's how I see things too. But praying has definitely helped me in my life. Even if God isn't real, the idea of him is praying is like you listening to your inner voice about what is right. Yeah, man, I think everybody has their own things. Like, I don't know. I find it funny when people are like, no, I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. I'm like, oh, okay. You know? I feel like everybody finds comfort in something, right? Because even if you don't believe there's anything, you believe that there's nothing. You're choosing to believe that there is nothing beyond your current life. That's still a belief. And I think if that brings comfort to people, that's all you need. I genuinely think whatever you need to believe in to bring comfort to yourself to make it through this life, if it is hard, believe in it. Granted, do not push it on anybody. Nobody else should have to believe what you believe. And also, your shit shouldn't be weird. Don't be like, well, I believe. Nope, nope, in the gulag. In the gulag. Right now, in the gulag. We have to have some lines. I'm not Christian, but please no one put a Bible next to hentai. Let's see. See, I don't know if King, so I'm curious, because I think King does have some religion, but I believe King is being serious about it, where I think Shirley was maybe taking it as like a Bible would be disrespectful to hentai. I feel like there might be a misinterpretation there. Text is always bad. You can misinterpret all of text all the time. I gave up dating guys who weren't religious. They're not banging until marriage always became a sore spot in those relationships. Yeah, well, I think, Mel, a reason why I think a lot of guys would be like that is I think it's also one of those things where I think some people, like, what if you just don't connect when you do that, right? Like, I think that's the one downside a lot of people see when it comes to marriage, because, like, that is a very intimate situation, and if you're saying that is not happening until marriage, I think some people are like, well, what if, like, we get married and there's just absolutely no connection when that happens? Then what? Like, if we are just not vibing together and then this is it, like, we're supposed to be locked in until death do us part, like, holy shit, you know what I mean? I think that's how some people think about it that aren't super religious. It's kind of like the same thing with, like, not living with somebody. Like, some people don't live together until they're married, and then when they get married, they're like, oh my God, I cannot fucking stand you. I cannot stand it. You live like a pig. Like, you just leave shit around. Like, I like to keep my place clean. Like, it's just crazy, you know? I'm definitely making it disrespectful to hentai. If you can't joke about it, then what's the point? Exactly. Yeah, I'm serious. Yeah, see, King is serious. So I knew. See, I know my people that come to the stream. I know. I always say text can easily be misinterpreted, but I know Shirley would be meaning it as a joke. I know King has more of a religious side, so I think it was coming from a serious spot. I don't care, personally. My yaoi hentai is totally next to my Bible. That's funny. I'm definitely love you for that, Juice. Yeah, that's how my friend is. He tries to force his beliefs on everyone else because he believes he's saving them from damnation, as well as give a fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really ever agree with any of that. I honestly think you get more people on your side by just being a good person than fucking trying to push beliefs on them, in my opinion. I think it would take a lot of practice, and I'm not super knowledgeable about the subject. Yeah, I mean, you do definitely get better with practice. But I think it just comes down to, like, I don't know. You'd have to be very... The one thing I've noticed about people is people can be very picky. Like, if they don't like the way you look, you know, or maybe they don't like a part of your body or something like that, they'd be like, I don't know if I want to be here. It just depends. You just gotta make sure you are dating the right, or you're marrying the right person, you know, going into that. But I also think, like, you know, especially as, you know, depending on your age and whatnot, like, I think a lot of people genuinely feel like, oh my God, like if you get married very young and like that is, you know, you're with one person that has never been with somebody else or you've never been with somebody else. I think it's sometimes people get older, unless you are like madly in love. I think there are some people that are like, well, I never got to experience something else. And I think that weighs on, that's how it was with me when I was dating my first like long-term girlfriend. I was like, wow, this is gonna be my life for the rest of my life. And I was also blocking out all the bad shit. I think the bad shit was also weighing on that. And I was just like, I don't want to live like this until I'm like 80. Like, this wouldn't be fun. Luckily, like, finally grew a pair and got out of that. I know it's a touchy subject, but thoughts on the Israel-Gaza situation? I'm not gonna fuck with that situation, Ethan. I just don't want innocent people to die. That's what I say. I don't give a shit what side you're on, who you think is right, who you think is wrong, who you think owns land. I don't give a fuck. I just don't want innocent people to die. Kids shouldn't be dying because of war. I don't give a shit what side you think is right. And if that's controversial to say, oh well. Marriage/dating can exist without sex. Like my ex-girlfriend was asexual, and I respected that. She even gave me a hall pass occasionally. I didn't take it because I ain't into that, but I appreciate it. You know, you gotta be very... Yeah, see, I think that's very interesting when it comes to asexual people. Is the hall pass, like, man, you have to be very comfortable in your skin to do something like that, which I think is really cool. But I guess if you understand that you're asexual and your partner has those needs and that they can, you know, they can find those needs elsewhere, you just, like, as long as they come home to you at night, that's fine. I think that's very interesting. Very interesting. And I think that's kind of something I learned too back in the day. Like, I always used to believe the idea that, like, when guys were like, oh, I don't watch explicit content, I'm like, you're a fucking liar. But then I started learning about what, like, asexuality is, and I'm like, oh, you don't even care about it? And I'm like, oh, well, that would make sense. If people are genuinely telling the truth, if they're asexual, then I would believe them, because they have genuinely no interest in that. Kind of like I have, like, no interest in, like, drinking alcohol or no interest in doing drugs. I'm like, oh, if it's like that, then that makes sense, you know? Will I die? I don't know. Didn't you just download Tinder, Ethan? Maybe you won't. If you just downloaded Tinder. Who knows? You might get lucky. All right, what time is it, y'all? All right, we got 10 minutes. 10 minutes and then I'm out for sure. 10 minutes, 10 minutes. I envy asexual people. I wish I could be okay with being alone and not have a girlfriend. No, so here's the thing. You don't need to be asexual and be okay with being alone. You just need to find reasons to be alone. Like, I haven't had a girlfriend forever. I'm not asexual, I can tell you that much. but I'm okay with what I got. Like, you just gotta find different interests in life, man. And you can talk to people and like do whatever you want. Like, you can travel. Like, dude, there's so much more to life than just having a significant other. Like, one. Now, granted, life can be better, because life can be worse with a significant other too. But like, life can be better with a significant other. But dude, you gotta just get comfortable with yourself, man. Like, I think the moment you can learn to live life by yourself, have fun by yourself, it makes other people attracted to you, genuinely. Especially if you're going out and doing things. Like, if you're going out to like events or whatever, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm cheering by myself, having a good time. Like, people are like, damn, how is he able to do that? Like, that's so crazy. Like, that's so awesome. Like, I want to get to know that person and how they're so comfortable with themselves, because I think a lot of people find that attractive. Because I will say, man, like, although I ain't got no riz whatsoever, I have had girls like me because of, I guess, my aspirations in life. Unfortunately, I don't have the same feelings back towards them, so nothing ever happens there. But like, I've genuinely talked to women and they're just like, oh my God, like, you know, kind of the things you talk about, your interests, everything are so like intriguing, and like, I want to hear more and yada yada. And so like, it's just kind of how it is. But like, after those 2 really bad relationships that I had, I was like, yeah, your boy's gonna work on himself. I'm gonna travel a little bit. I'm gonna experience life a little bit. I'm not gonna have a girlfriend for a while. And you know, it's paid off. Grew the stash, you know, things got better. I'll be honest here. I don't know what people are I don't know how people are asexual. I mean, it's just how you're born, right? I mean, it's just how you are. Like, that's just how you are. I mean, there's not really anything to explain. Who's your favorite Robin? Favorite Robin would be Dick Grayson. You said 10 minutes an hour ago. Okay, look, Charlie, we had a good conversation, okay? You know when the spicy stuff gets talking, I gotta keep talking about it. Renting a house outside of my hometown and getting married are the only big goals I have left. I feel like I've accomplished everything else already. I would love to have that mindset, Mel. I've always said this, and this is not an insult at all. I want to make that very clear with people. But I have met people that are just content in life, and I'm just so envious. To just be able to be content. I'm just like, damn. My brain is over here like, I want to win an Oscar. I want to have a best-selling book. I want to have a successful YouTube channel. I want to do this, and I want to travel the world, and I want to do that, and I want to do this, and I want to do that. And I'm just like, I have so many things I want to do. And then like I said, I always talk about this one guy I used to work with. He was just content with having the job he had and being able to play video games on the weekend. He said his dream was to have a farm with a bunch of animals. That was his dream. But other than that, dude had no aspirations for anything else. He owned like weird animals. He had like snakes and shit like that. Like, he was that kind of guy. So I guess he really wanted to do the farm thing. He was just doing it in his apartment. But yeah, homeboy had no other interest. He didn't care to travel. He didn't care to do anything. He just cared. He's like, hey man, as long as I got a job and I can play video games, I'm cool. I'm just like, damn, must be nice. Let's see. Virginity is a social construct in the sense that life doesn't suddenly change after sex. Like, you may have decided you like or dislike sex, but you're not magically a different person. You're not. I do think your interests change a little bit. I think some things that you thought were cool might not be as cool anymore. That's what I would say. Like, I will say, like, before I did anything, I was just like, dude, girl on girl stuff is so awesome. And then after, I was like, it's okay. I mean, it's still kind of awesome, but like, I wasn't as interested anymore once you experience something. I agree. I envy people who have peaceful lives, because life feels like opposite of peaceful. Dude, one of my best friends, she has, I don't know how she's always so positive about life, and she's been through the most fucked up shit I can think of. And she still manages to be positive. She blows my mind every time I talk to her. It's crazy. Sometimes people just want simple. I respect that. Yeah, no, I agree. I like how you do. Okay, like, how do you actually meet women? New women? If you're not at school, I mean, dude, go to coffee shops, go to bookstores, go to grocery stores, go to parks when there's events, go to yoga classes, go to pottery classes, go to art classes. fucking concerts. Dude, just go. Just go do shit. Like, honestly, just go do shit. And if you like something, do that shit consistently. If you like going to a painting shop and painting every Tuesday night, go do that. Because eventually, there might be some women there. Look, to be honest, a lot of those events where it's like wine and painting or like hot yoga or all of those kind of stuff, a lot of those things are for women. They attract women more. And if you're the guy that goes to these and you're not weird, because there's weird guys that goes to those, don't be the weird guy. So the one thing for sure, don't be the weird guy. It's an easy way to talk to people. I go to coffee shops and I'll just like order some food and I'll talk to the like baristas and stuff that are there. Majority of them are a lot younger than I am, so nothing's really gonna happen there. But like for the most part, it's just an easy way to start conversations. You go to coffee shops or not coffee, like bookstores. If you're reading a book or there could be like women that be like, hey, I see you got that book. You recommend anything? I'm like looking for something new to kind of read. Just curious. You have any recommendations, stuff like that. Just don't be weird. Also learn to read when women are kind of trying to get out of the conversation. If you ask 2 questions and they give you short answers, just end the conversation. Like if you're like, oh hi, how are you doing today? They're like, oh hi, I'm good. And then you're just like, you have any recommendations for places to eat around here or something like that? No. They don't want to talk to you. If you're getting short-ass answers like that, they do not want to talk to you. Learn to read that. Not really. I haven't had a physical relationship yet, and that's fine with me. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, well, what you gonna do? I let my left hand and porn do all that. Hey, man, that's how a lot of people go, Caleb. Ain't nothing wrong with it. No prob, but on the other hand, I admire your ambitious nature. I find it interesting. Yeah, I think it's a thing a lot of people... I often have my friends constantly talk about. They're like, dude, how do you do so much? Like, why are you working on so many things? New women are a myth. They don't exist. Yeah, I kind of agree with that too, Shred. Doing those things would have been good 5 years ago, but I think people are still a bit socially confused after COVID. I think there's a lot of people are socially awkward. I think the younger generation is just socially awkward in general because everybody talks through this now. Nobody goes to a coffee shop and sits down. Nobody goes to a dinner and sits down. Everybody's like, oh, I just sent you freaking 5 eggplants. Like that's just how it is. Instead of like, dude, when you went on dates back in the day, you had to sit down and nobody had phones. If we did, it was like the Nokia bricks. You could barely text on them. So you had them in your pockets the whole time. They didn't play games or do anything crazy on them. That you sat down across from your date and you had a fucking conversation. People don't do that anymore. Is it? Oh yeah, what time is it? All right, we got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Is it off when you walk up to a random girl? Like imagine you're a girl and a random guy is walking up to you and tries to talk to you. It all depends on how you do it. Also, I will tell you, and your boy has done this too, you don't want to be this guy. Do not be the guy that is hovering around a girl. Don't do it. Don't do it. It comes off super creepy. And I've done it by mistake because I'm like, oh my god, that girl's pretty. And then I'm like in the area and I'm like, all right, how do I talk to her? How do I approach her? Like, I'm just like thinking way too much instead of just going up and being like, hi, And then you just become the hoverer and it comes off really weird. And you're just like, and then by the time you get the courage, like she's gone. You're just like, I probably just made myself look really weird. Like, it's just kind of one of those things. Texting cost per yeah, text did cost per back in the day. They weren't free. Doing those things, I already read that. Let's see. We played Snake. Yep. Real quick, my question is, would you ever consider challenging yourself to quit porn for a couple of months? I have considered the idea of doing 30 days of no like spicy content to see what happens. I don't really know. I don't think it would be that hard, to be honest. But who knows? I've talked about it before, like, or I don't know if I've talked about it on stream before, but I'll end with this. But like, I have an interest in spicy content the way other people have interest in like fucking drinking and smoking or like like even like just books in general. Like, I don't know. It's just like, it's something I've realized even when I was really young, I was always curious about it, like super. This is the last story I'll tell. My brother, we used to be really big WWE fans, or it's WWF back in the day, but you used to get these magazines back in the day. And well, back in WWF, like, women were very objectified back then. It was always like they were in bras and panties matches and freaking mud jelly matches or whatever. Like, it was called the Divas era for a reason. And well, they would also do like swimsuit editions or whatever in these magazines when you got the WWE magazine. And like, I was super into Trish Stratus or whatever. And I remember when I was younger, I was like, hell yeah, I got a Trish Stratus poster, and I wanted to put it on my wall that I hung out with, that I shared with my brother when I was younger. My brother got so pissed that I wanted to have that on the wall. He was like, you can't hang that up. And I'm like, why the fuck not? I was like, this is my room too. He's like, no, you can't hang that up. He was mad. He didn't want that on the wall in case a girl ever came over. And I was like, when the fuck's that gonna happen? You know what I mean? But like, yeah, my brother didn't want to be disrespectful to women by having that poster on there and be like, well, bitch, this is a shared room. But he was kind of the asshole older brother, so like, didn't put it up. But I've just always found women fascinating, so it's kind of how it is. But anyways, y'all, I do got to end it there because your boy's got to get some writing done. I also got to get some other work done, but I'll read these last few comments. Let's see. Dude, I'll be honest, I saw a girl in my class at uni and I wanted to talk to her and invite her to a coffee, but I couldn't do it every time I saw her. Yeah, it sucks, man. You know what? It is easier, especially if you go to college with somebody, just to ask like, hey, you know, actually, if there's a way you can connect school to it, that's the best way to do it. But if you can just ask them out and they reject you, at least you know at that point. But also, it's not always, you don't always got to like rush out to a date too. You can just try to talk to people and just kind of get a no. That's no November, dude. Yeah, but you got to wait till November for that. You know what I mean? I think it's always a good thing to see what you're like without dependencies, because I am very dependent on porn a lot. I think a lot of people are, but I also like, I think you need to know if something is taking over your life, and I don't think it ever takes over my life. I will say I indulge in it a lot, but at the same time, like, you guys see how much shit I get done. You know what I mean? So I don't ever think it has a hold on me to the point where I'm just like, oh my God, I didn't get shit done. You know what I mean? I think it's always been, you know, I've had it pretty under control. To be honest, I try not to watch it, but sometimes I give into temptations. Everybody has temptations, man. Ironically, for me, I think it is it was that one scene from The Fifth Element and Chris Tucker on the plane. I was shook. PUBG later? I don't know. Maybe. Since it's later for you, I can always play a game late, but I will hit you up if I can. I got to get some other stuff done. It's funny because I'm trying to think of if Mel was saying, she says that scene in Fifth Element. I'm trying to think of a scene. I have a bunch of scenes because, like, back in the day, we would just watch a lot of stuff on TV. So, first of all, I remember, because it came out in 4th grade, I remember the stuff in Starship Troopers, because there was like a co-ed like bath scene in Starship Troopers, and also the two main characters hook up with each other. It was also just like little things too, like in Tomb Raider. I don't know how old I was when Tomb Raider came out, but Angelina Jolie has this one part where I don't know if she got out of a pool or whatever, but she like removes her stuff and you get side boob, and I was like, oh, Angelina side boob. Like, it's just so funny when you see like the things that you're just like, oh, when you're young. Like, it's just so hilarious. But anyways, y'all, great talking to y'all tonight. Good fun. More than likely there'll be a stream Friday. I'm gonna try to decide if I'm gonna stream Final Fantasy next week or if I'm gonna buy Power World or Hell's Divers. I'll look into the pricing, see, maybe I get both. I don't really know. But Power World does seem like it has more options to play long term, so I might go with that. But I appreciate everybody. Love your conversations. Thanks everybody for coming by. Your boys got to go get some work done. But as always, I'm your host, Juicebox. Remember, you wake up in the morning, ask yourself something. I'm a daily dose of juice. See you guys next time.